Nigga, I don't like nothing. Nigga.
What's going on, folks? We got a nice one for you tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Shut up, bitch.
Hey, who you talking to? Anyway, yeah, we got a nice one tonight, man. And you our boy Max is blacked out over there, but it's okay. We're gonna start with this T app. Hey, what's going on, Dragon? What's up with you, man?
I'm doing good tonight, brother. How about yourself, man?
Man, look here. It has been a long day, Baba. I'm talking about I get a text. Okay, so I swear the double standard and the hypocrisy is tripping me out. And I'm so glad that I'm not married to this young lady again. And I'm not saying anything bad about it. It's just that you just realize things when you are out of the relationship. Like, for instance, it's okay for you not to share enough communication with me about details and things. And it's also okay for you to give me things at the last minute. But when I do it, oh my God, the world is coming to an end. But I don't do it. So everybody knows that us guys that are co-parenting or, you know, have joint custody, we get our kids on a limited basis. I would have my kids probably every other week for a whole week if it wasn't for the fact that when you get divorced, you have to start all over, which means you have to work more. I can't work more if I got my kids more than what I have them now. Just plain and simple.
That's
so
true.
I'm trying to get back on my feet. It's been almost 3 years to the day. October the 3rd will be 3 years to the date of me signing my final decrement on the divorce. The final decree, excuse me. And it's almost 9 years to no, hold on, 8, 9, 10, almost 11 years to the day October the 6th that I actually got married. So what's crazy is the same week I got married, the same week I got divorced. Just different years. All right, so my ex.
Nigga, hold on.
Ain't that some shit?
The same week you got married, same week you got divorced.
Just 8 years apart.
Boy, that was God for you right there, boy.
Three
God
days
for you.
3 days separated, bro. 3 days separate. My 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6. Yeah, 3 days separate my divorce date from my marriage date. And basically 8 years separate the day I got married and the day I got divorced. I gotta look up the significance of 8. I can't remember, but anyway. So I know 3 is the number of completion, so it's 7. Also 8 is something else. But anyway, all right. So I picked my kids up on Friday, and on Wednesday before Friday, I said, "Is there anything I need to know about the kids this weekend?" Because I'm planning on taking them to I didn't tell them I'm planning on taking to my mom's house to see their grandmama, and I usually try not to tell her that until the end of the week because she can be a little vindictive, a little bit manipulative. She can comes up with shit sometimes to just keep me from going and taking them to my mama's house, like shit, like putting them in a whole bunch of damn extracurricular shit that happened on Saturday because she know I got to take their ass on Saturday till this shit. I'm just start fucking just saying fuck it, taking them to see my mom. They got something on Saturday. I come back up here, do it. What I gotta do, go right back down there. Fuck that shit. I got money. I got them put gas in my car. But anyway, so I contacted Wednesday. And Wednesday, she's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, they got a party on Saturday." I'm like, oh, nuts. All right, so I take them to the party day gets here, and my dumb butt being not observant looks at the party text, and I thought it said Lithia Springs, which is right down the street. So I don't get them ready on time. I look at it again, that bitch say Lilburn. I stay in Douglasville, goddammit. Douglasville to Lilburn is an hour and 15, maybe an hour 10 minutes, maybe an hour tops, maybe an hour straight if there's no traffic. So we get up there at 4. The party started at 3. We got up there about 4:45, 4:50. I'm thinking, damn, they ain't got like an hour for the damn party in, right? So we get to the party, right? They got a fucking pool. The lady forgot to tell my ex they had a pool and it's gonna be a pool party, or my ex-wife forgot to tell me that the kids were gonna need some damn swimming clothes for them to damn swim. So you know how parents are. You don't want your kids. I don't want to have my kids at the party and they not be the only ones fucking swimming. So they got there, they ate there. Everybody was eating and shit. Now I could have went while they was eating to the damn Walmart get them swim clothes. I was like, nah, we may not even swim. It's getting late. Da da da. Well, you know how it is with little girls. You're the father of a little girl. Your girl dad. She's like, I want to swim, dad. Da da da. Oh, fuck. So I go around the corner to the damn Walmart that's 2 miles away. Get them goggles, get them swim trunks, and get 3 towels. They got to swim, so they got to have a happy day. But daddy was fucking tired. Daddy ain't have all the information about the fucking party. We leave, we come back to the house. We get back to the house by 9:50, 10 o'clock almost. So now I got, because they swimming in chlorine water, I got the fucking shampoo there. So this has been a long day, dog. That's all I'm gonna say. It's been a long fucking day.
Man, nigga, you lazy, bro.
Look at this nigga here. He always want to say some shit. I don't know you is, but anyway. So, what's up with women and the T app? Okay, so if y'all don't know anything about T app, T app was developed by a man named Sean Cook. Sean Cook developed the T app for dating safety, platform aimed at helping women navigate online dating safely. The app allows women to anonymously post feedback about men they have encountered. So I haven't been in the app, so I'm thinking the T app basically is you have men in the app, or no, I'm sorry, you have men in different apps, and they will post information about men from different apps in this T app. The app allows women to anonymously post feedback about men they have encountered, helping to identify red flags such as criminal records or previous relationships. So it could be a man you meet in real life in person, or it could be somebody you meet on the app and then meet in person. The app gained significant attention and popularity, becoming one of the most downloaded apps on the Apple App Store. Of course, because most women use what? Apple. Now, there are some women that have some sense that use Android, thank God. But most women use Apple. However, it has faced criticism and a data breach in July 2025, exposing private user data. So let's go to this is the first freaking video I even seen talking about the damn T app. Okay, the first video. I didn't even listen to this. This is straight blind. This is a blind reaction. Let's go.
A massive influx of users, and what started as a platform for women to support each other and stay safe from toxic men has spiraled into a full-on legal mess, you guys. There's so much being said right now about the app, the data breach that just took place, and especially about the men being exposed. So let's dive
damn.
You see all them locations on the map? Are they doxing people? Maybe because they're doxing. Look at this shit. If you sent T app a pic of your ID, you're on here. Wow.
Hey, here's the funny shit. Hey, at least you could if you look at where there's no circle, like if you look at where there's no pinpoints at, bruh, that's where all the good women at, fellas.
Yep.
Alaska, nigga.
That's all the good women
It's
at,
some in
fellas.
it's some Alaska, but okay, then that means that's a case for goddamn look. So you talking about down here in Texas, right by the Rio Grande, nigga? Look at this shit down here.
Yeah,
Texas,
all right.
Arizona, New Mexico, by the Rio Grande. And what's this? These spaces up here? Oh, that's where there ain't no service because that's fucking Rocky Mountains, bro.
Nah,
see this right here?
That's places over there, bro.
That's Rocky Mountains, bro. There ain't no damn service up there. If it was service, it'd be some locations right there too.
That is no Rocky Mountains right there, bro.
There's no Rocky Mountains right there. Here's California.
So hold on, let me.
Sierra Nevada. Okay, the Sierra Nevadas is right there.
So the Rocky Mountains are only found in Colorado. So just like
so it's the Sierra Nevada then. So
I didn't know that. Nevada. I didn't know that myself too. So, but
okay, then that's probably Sierra Nevada or it's Mojave Desert, right here.
Yeah, man. So all the good bitches in the desert, guys. If y'all ain't know, If you don't know
Yeah,
what
that's a bunch
I
of. That's the reason
know.
why the motherfuckers are single as it is now. Shit, that's why they fucking single.
What? Say that again, Dragon.
I say that's the reason why the asses is single now. Half of the motherfuckers is look at all that shit, man. Y'all motherfuckers be doing the most. That right
These
there,
are
that
these
picture
are
right
all
there.
okay. So it said if you sent the T app a pic of your ID, these could be women and men. Because remember, the T app was developed to help women.
No, it's just for women, bro.
It's
Because
for
you have
women,
to.
homie.
Yeah, you got
Oh,
women
that's like
only.
if you
You got to
sent the
show a
pic of
picture of
your
your
ID
ID.
and your ID. Okay,
Right.
okay. So that is all women.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all women. So that lets you know what women to avoid.
2030, boy. 2030, nigga.
Yeah, they fuck. I've been telling y'all they fuck for the longest. Like the women overseas is women winning and laughing at their asses too. Because check this out, dude. Some of the women are making vids talking about, the women overseas, they see us and they gonna agree with us. And like the women clap back like, yeah, we see y'all and we ain't doing the same dumb shit that y'all fucking doing. Y'all motherfuckers are stupid and shit. Y'all talk shit about us. And then you gonna turn around and say, "Oh, you want us to join y'all? Y'all fucking out y'all mind." That's the reason why y'all men are coming over here and talking to us. And I was like, "Well, got a point.
Yeah, exactly.
They ain't lying."
I know, right? But I'm telling you, dude, it's like this shit is nuts, man. Like
It's
just
fucking
looking
hilarious.
at we got to move on, but this is mind blowing, bro. This is freaking mind blowing to see this. But anyway, let's keep moving, man. This is crazy.
It tells you get
So
your
let's dive
passport
into this
shit.
insanity because women are now fearing for their lives because of this data breach. So if you've been paying attention to your social feeds as of
Hold
late,
on,
you
they
may
fear
have
for their
heard the
lives because of the data breach.
Because
Yeah.
it
Fuck
got
out of
hacked, so
here,
they think they got doxxed, so that they're thinking that somebody knows exactly where they live.
man. You hoes ain't that goddamn special.
Important.
Shut
They not
the
that
fuck
fucking
up.
important. Hey,
Shut
you know
y'all
what's
bitch
up?
asses up.
It's like this. Feminism and the left has got them so fucking brainwashed. They actually think that the number of men that's a threat to them is so huge that they have to fear for their lives because they got doxxed for an app. Motherfucker, you knew what the app was about. You know every app that you have to put your ID in, bitch. Yes, it got hacked. Every app has the freaking ability to be hacked. Why don't you get you a fucking mace thing, or a fucking gun? Find out how to shut the fuck up.
Man,
Oh
tell
my
that hoe
god. Oh my god, I'm fearing for my life. Bitch, learn how to shoot.
tell that
I know
man.
somebody right now that's a firecracker. They got a pistol and they know how to shoot. And I'm gonna tell you right now, they ain't motherfucking worried about shit. And they happen to have an X chromosome.
Tell that motherfucker to get goddamn a mason jar and put some
And,
spices in
and
it.
their initials are JP. Goddamn it.
Yeah,
But anyway,
a mason jar, put some spices in there, and yell out some voodoo shit. You might be good.
boy, you stupid. You know they'll try that shit too.
and chatter about Tea, an app that functions like Yelp, but instead of rating and reviewing restaurants and stores, women pass judgment on men they know. The deep, dark secrets of men behind the mask they put on. Here's how it works in a nutshell. The app is strictly for women, and it works kind of like those "Are We Dating the Same Guy" Facebook groups. Women have to submit a photo of themselves when they sign up, and then they can use anonymous usernames to rate and review men they've dealt with, whether
So y'all see how that goes, right? Anonymous username to rate men they've dealt with. They can talk about whether they're a catfish, whether they're a freaking perv, pedo, whatever you want to call it. They can do all that shit. But anyway, just letting y'all make sure y'all know exactly what's going on, audience out there in 3-Man Podcast Nation.
there was dating, talking, or anything more than that. Once inside the app, users can browse photos of local men or men from other states, complete with names and community-sourced green or red flags. While the app claims its mission is to protect women online, it's also stirred controversy, especially from men who say they're worried about being misrepresented or even doxxed. And at first, when this app was going viral around 2 weeks ago, a lot of people were like, why are men men even getting pressed about this app. Surely, if you've got nothing to
'Cause
hide
bitches
and
lie.
your past is clean, what's there to be defensive about? I mean, the app's literally designed to protect women from toxic men who keep causing damage and face no repercussions for their actions. But then things escalated, you guys. Some men started coming forward saying the posts about them were straight up false, and it got so bad that some men started even threatening legal action, calling it
You damn right. I sue they ass
the
too.
claims being made about them on the app were not to be taken lightly. Now, I can't confirm whether everything said about certain men on the app is true or not, but what I can say is that a lot of women have come forward. Some
All the
even
damn
went
go
on
on the app
Twitter
so I can
after
goddamn
finding out the man they've
get
been
somebody to
dating
lie
or
about me and
even
get me a
married
fucking
to
suit.
for years has been listed on T with other women sharing their own experiences with them. And let's be real, this isn't light stuff. We're talking about women realizing their time, their youth, and their trust were invested in someone who wasn't at all who he claimed to be. Some of these women even have kids with these men. So the emotional toll, you guys, I can't even imagine. And some are saying the app gave them the receipts they needed, like the kind of proof that confirmed every.
You know what? Maybe this app, even though it is, they are tripping about it. You know, sometimes you got to tell folk, you know, you can tell them all day long, well, this dude ain't worth shit, this dude ain't worth shit, and this dude ain't worth shit. However, they won't listen. But maybe they see it with their own eyes, just like if they walk in on somebody cheating on them or something. They know.
The ladies are telling on themselves, bruh. And
They're
when
telling on themselves. And now you see
well,
that you and 5 other chicks is dating the same dude. So that shows you exactly how stupid you are. Or your baby daddy has 4 baby mamas you ain't know about.
it's funny, why all the toxic dudes got all the pussy, man?
Because
Shit.
chicks like bad dudes. Always
Like,
have. It
like
started with,
shit,
dude,
man.
you know when that shit started to me? This is when I think that shit started. Fonza fucking Relly.
You said what?
Fonzarelli. The
Fonzie?
Fonz is a now I'm not gonna say it started there, but I will say this: he's a very popular character on a TV show. The Fonz. The Fonz
No,
wasn't
this is way before Fonz.
yeah, of course, way before Fonz, but I'm talking about pop culture. Okay, you can even go back to what's that guy's name? He was an actor back in the day, drove a bike all the time. The Fonz based his character off the dude. What is his name? He wore a leather jacket. I can't remember his name. But anyway, women have liked bad men from the beginning of time, dog. Look at Eve. She liked the fucking serpent. That's why she was listening to his ass. Women will break their rules for people they like and will cause you to have rules for people you don't like.
Alpha fucks, beta bucks.
Exactly. So basically, Eve told Adam, even though, well, God told Adam, you can't mess with her forbidden fruit, Adam, even though she's your wife. Well, he probably did say you can mess with it, but there's no need. Y'all didn't need no kids. All God had to do is got there and put your ass to sleep and make you a child. Sex wasn't even, I think that was legal between them two, but however, she liked the serpent and she did what the serpent told her to do. But guess what she did with Adam? She told Adam what to do. So women, if you want to be mad at anybody, you be mad at Eve. She got y'all having pains in birth.
Everything they suspected to leave their man. Now, it has been a couple of weeks.
Men already hate Adam for having to have us goddamn work 9 to 5s and shit and sewing shit in the field and shit. Adam, you's a bitch, you passive aggressive motherfucker.
And I'm sure you've seen it all over the news now. T has been hacked, and a major data breach just went down. Apparently, users on 4chan and Reddit reportedly pulled off the breach and leaked sensitive information, including the verification.
Reddit has always been that place where you go to find shit out, ask people some shit, and then they damn post shit on Reddit. That shit's crazy.
Photos women submitted when signing up. So yeah, that means actual selfies and even driver's licenses, you guys. It's being reported that around 72,000 images were accessed.
Now here's the thing women need to be worried about. They worried about their safety physically. No, what you need to be worried about is your credit. What you need to be worried about is them scammers getting your information and damn running up the bag. That's what you need to be worried about. God dang it.
Accessed without permission, including about 13,000 ID and verification selfies, plus 59,000 images from posts, DMs, and comments.
Oh, these damn scammers gonna get these fucking women's images and goddamn try to get money out of simps. Well, simps, you did it to yourself.
viewable within the app. And before we get into how the company T is responding to this, here's why people are seriously panicking. It's not just about the photos, you guys. It's about personal privacy. Think phone numbers, home addresses, and other deeply private information potentially being exposed. It's basically
Damn sure
been said
was.
the app had zero security measures in place at one point, and now it's come back to bite users in the butt. And a lot of people feel like the developers should be held liable.
The T-App data breach is a lot worse than we originally thought. So every single user of the T-App had their personal data leaked today. The leakers who got the data now have all the info of every single person on the T-App, like where they live, everything. They thought that they got this info from the IDs of
That's
people.
what y'all get.
It did require you to have an ID, but it got rid of that a little while ago. So then how did the leakers get all of the info based on just selfies of people that posted to the app, you might be saying? Well, it's
They use AI and they put their damn photo and they use the AI and the AI links what the fuck all the people's information. See, that's the thing about AI. AI is dangerous. AI is very useful, but AI gonna fuck around bring about man versus machine, probably about 40, 2035, maybe 2050. That's just my
turns
opinion.
out the leakers just used the metadata from those selfies to get all this information.
Metadata.
Now, this metadata includes things like the exact location where that picture was taken. It's kind of like when you go to your camera roll and you search for a place on there, and it starts coming up with a lot of pictures from that place.
Bitches better start taking photos on vacation. Stop taking photos in their hometown.
In your camera roll. That's the metadata doing that for you. Now, normally when photos are stored for verification, they'll run through a program that sort of removes the metadata for them. But of course, the T-App had absolutely nothing like that. They just left the metadata on every single photo. Now, if this teaches you anything, it should be that if you upload any photo to anywhere online from this point forward, you should run that photo through a program that removes the metadata so you won't have to worry about problems like this.
And secondly, women are scared for their safety now because now they don't know what people are going to do with their information, with their photos, or who could be coming after them based on their selfies or what they posted about other men on the app. All over Reddit, people have been expressing their concerns. This is very scary only because what about TV victims who were trying to look out for other women? Shake my head. Yep, and of course, every man freaking out about it, including some in my inbox, are all women will just go on there and lie about abuse. Meanwhile, the same men on 4chan crying about lying women immediately jump to grape threats. This person attached a photo on what seems to be the 4chan forum. Absolutely disgusting. Seems like a man wrote this. They said, I hope all the women using it get doxxed and relentlessly stalked and harassed to hell for the rest of their lives. They would 100% deserve it.
You damn right. If you lying about a dude, you think about it. They lie on dudes about grape. They lie on dudes about sexual essay. They lie on dudes to the point where, oh yeah, you're my baby daddy. Paternity fraud. You guys, y'all deserve that shit.
This was a ticking time bomb. The developers of the app are 99% responsible for it. All of the information was stored in a public Firebase bucket, unencrypted. That means anyone with the link could view everything. What a garbage app in terms of data protection. That being none. I heard they had.
If a woman was smart, she get her VPN, and every time she fucking get on the app, do it on her phone, do it on her desktop, do it on the laptop. Get your VPN, put it where you ain't, and have fun.
Accurate GPS data on the phones of the users too. Really scary stuff right now. Can't believe the app developers played that fast and lose with such important information. We need some legislation to hold companies responsible for data breaches. I'm sure not in this administration, but perhaps the next Congress administration might care. I started making.
You know, that's a liberal said that shit. Maybe not in this administration, but the next. You think a Democratic administration gonna give a damn about you? They didn't give a damn about you before. All they did was use your ass for their agenda.
Yep.
You really think the Democratic administration?
Hold on. My bad.
You think the Democratic legislation or administration gives a damn about you when they was letting anybody and everybody in this nation? You got angel damn parents now because the damn kids been killed by illegal aliens. And this administration is more protective of women than the last administration.
So
this
she was basically.
Go ahead.
She was basically talking about making legislation for what again?
Protecting them from the shit that's going on in this app. When this
So
administration, administration is not the girl. Okay, this is her comment. We need some legislation to hold companies responsible for data breaches. I'm sure not in this administration, but perhaps the next Congress administration might care. Bitch, the next administration gonna be Republican. Just like this one. If y'all think the Democrats gonna ever in the next 5 to 10 years have the overall majority in the House and the Senate, you'd have lost your fucking mind. With all this shit that's going on, this shows you exactly how much this person, all this prime, knows about shit. They ain't plugged in. They don't realize this administration is causing men, biological men, not to be in women's sports. That's protection. This administration put the daggum reproductive rights in the hands of the state where it should have been in the first place. That's protection. This administration has closed the border and there's 0 illegal border crosses now. That's protection. The Democratic administration was not protecting it at this point.
Administration, but perhaps the next Congress administration might care. I started making an account, but it requires you to submit a selfie. That's when I deleted the app. LOL.
All accounts require you, all dating apps require you to submit a selfie. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, to verify you.
Yeah, but you don't have to verify. It's still a choice. On most dating apps, you don't have to verify. It depends on what level of payment you produce for the app. Like if the app, if you want to do like the premium, then you got, of course, you're gonna verify. And when you verify, people that want to date you know it's you. But if you don't want them to verify, then you're just gonna take the chance that somebody think you a fucking scammer. No, but you can do that. It's still your choice. She said when they asked for a selfie, she deleted the app. Whatever.
I didn't want to give my real information. Now I'm relieved.
This chick says she didn't want to give her real information. So you were just told us, Sarah Ko Kasumba, whatever your name is. You have just told us that you go on dating apps and you give false information. That's what she just said. Didn't she just say that?
Yep.
I didn't want to give my real information. So you are letting us know that you catfish any fucking way. But you mad at an app that wants your real information. Bitch, keep going.
Women can't be safe anymore. Men ruin everything. Now,
Feminism.
Man, come the fuck on with
Men
that
ruin
everything.
everything. Men ruin everything. A man created the app to help y'all dumbasses out. And men ruin everything. Now, could it have better security on the app? Yeah, they could have. But men don't ruin everything. Y'all didn't have to damn be a part of this app. Y'all want to sit there and gossip about motherfuckers and throw them under the bus and lie on them on the app and think somebody you ain't gonna get no goddamn sow. You reap what you sow in everything.
the T app has responded. They have been getting a lot of comments about this data breach situation on their socials, specifically on their Instagram. They have responded to a comment where someone asked them to address the data breach ordeal, and here's what they had to say. They said,
so I find it absolutely weird, bruh, that it went, man, I hate saying this shit, but a lot of you women really don't. Like, if we take away if we take away all the jobs that women do, right? Say we take it away, I wonder what will happen to society for 30 days.
It's very interesting.
If all women don't work, I wonder what happens to society in 30 days. Now, if all men decided not to work, well, I'm letting you know we're fucked regardless, guys. So hey, we're gonna be fucked regardless. So it doesn't matter what anybody do. In 30 days, all the men stop working. Yeah, by week 2, we'll be in what?
Here's something funny. In 2015, there was an article that was written October 23rd, 2015. It says the day Iceland's women went on strike. 40 years ago. 40 years ago, the women of Iceland went on strike. They refused to work, cook, and look after children for a day. It was a moment that changed the way women were seen in the country, and it helped put Iceland at the forefront of the fight of equality. Basically, what happened was when they went on strike, the fucking country stayed the same. Matter of fact, human resources were saying there were no complaints the whole time they was on strike.
Yep.
It said instead of going to office doing housework or child care, they took to the streets in their thousands. And this is from BBC News. It says that they where is it at? It says that it's known in Iceland as Women's Day Off, and Vigdis sees it as a watershed moment. Vigdis is I I forgot. It says something here who Vigdis is, but Vigdis.
That's
Oh,
the day
it was
Iceland had
November
it.
1980, and Vigdis Finnbogadóttir, a divorced single mother, had won Iceland's presidency that summer. So that was the president that summer. Vigdis, it was a female. What happened that day was the first step of women's emancipation in Iceland. She says it completely paralyzed the country and opened the eyes of many men. Banks, factories, and shops had to close, as did schools and nurseries, leaving many fathers with no choice but to take their children to work. There were reports of men arming themselves with sweets and coloring pencils to entertain the crowds of excited children in workplaces, sausage, whatever. It was a baptism of fire for fathers, which may explain the other name the day has been given, the Long Friday. We heard children playing in the background while the newsreaders read the news on the radio. It was a great thing to listen to. Well, basically, they adjusted. It sounded like the men adjusted, and they just kept going.
Yep.
That's
They
what it
weren't
sounded like.
complaining, bitching, fussing, nothing else. They just adjusted and kept going to a point to where in the future where they did it again to where it didn't cause any problems.
But you know what, though?
Were happy.
I heard this might be a very biased news article because I heard the same fucking thing, but it was from a different perspective. And I think what really happened was that it didn't shut down like people thought.
No,
so while this plays, I'm gonna see if I can find that. Come on.
Safe, honest, and supportive. So here's what we need you to know. First off, please
Man,
know
American
that if you
women are
signed up
done.
for the after
They
February
fuck themselves
2024
real
all
bad.
mandate carrier. We recently discovered unauthorized access to an old archived system that stored about 72,000 user-submitted images, including approximately 13,000 images of selfies and photo identification submitted during account verification, and 59,000 images publicly viewable in the app from posts, comments, and direct messages from over 2 years ago. They said this data was stored to meet law enforcement cyberbullying prevention. We've acted fast. Our team and trusted security experts are working around the clock. At this time, we have no evidence that any current or additional data was accessed. Additionally, please note that these photos can in no way be.
All right, so check this out. They did it in 1940, but they redid it again a year ago. And so after this, which we only have another minute, we're going to play this video. But let's go back to the video.
Link to posts within T. So that seems like a good sign. Now look, I'm not saying victims shouldn't speak out about abuse they've experienced, but I do also understand it's not hard to picture a post calling someone abusive or narcissistic that was actually written by like a jealous friend or a salty coworker or
exactly
or even an ex who's been hurt in the past. I get both perspectives, to be honest. So this is a very nuanced situation when it comes to apps like these, but I want to know what you guys think. At the end of the day, whether you see Tia as a tool for empowerment or a platform for.
All right, so now we're gonna play this other one. This is a year ago that this was posted about Iceland's day, Iceland 24-hour strike day.
Also went on strike, and she took half her cabinet with her, all women.
Þegar fólk spyr hver tilgangur með svona aðgerð, hann auðvitað að sýna fram á hversu miklu vinnuframlag kvenna skiptir í samfélaginu.
So let's take a peek at what a society that goes 20.
Talk about.
What was up?
Was she speaking English?
No, it's Iceland, dude. It has the I have the it's got the closed caption.
Like what their demand is, and how the last time Iceland did this, their entire country changed.
Much of the capital city centre was closed to traffic for a rally held for women taking part in the strike.
Local police say they've never seen anything like it. The estimate, 70 to 100,000 people jammed into Iceland's capital, Reykjavik, for a rally.
I think this day is.
But notice this though, all them women out there protesting, did they say anything about Iceland going up in bankrupting or anything like that?
Nope.
I heard anything like that.
For all women in Iceland, it's about gender equality. We have been fighting for it for decades. This day means women's empowerment and also a clear message.
Now I want y'all to understand something. I'm pretty sure it's similar in Iceland like it is in America, but in America and in all of the essential industries that we need, infrastructure, medical industry, stuff like that, the men overwhelmingly dominate the majority of workers in the 90 percentile. Now in healthcare, it's 80 percentile, but everything else is 90%. That's still overwhelming majority when it comes to the working population.
It's to the whole world that we need equality, we need justice, we need freedoms.
Meanwhile, dotting storefronts across the rest of the city, signs like this. Lokad is Icelandic for closed.
It disrupted much of society, everything from schools to banks to public offices.
Shops, banks, and schools across the Nordic nation were shut or open for shorter hours as female staff,
Of course, school's going to be closed, and most women are teachers.
stayed home.
Especially affected
A lot of women are bank tellers.
education and health. The stat I've got from the Icelandic
Health, 80% of health is men. So
Look, it's all of the easy jobs
mhm,
that don't have a lot of stress or
mhm.
a lot of things that can be done behind it. Only thing that you really have to do is a bunch of mental work, and you see how stressful it is just for the mental work. So think about it. If they had to do the essential shit, they would fucking crack.
Yes,
And
sir.
that's the truth.
Yes, sir.
Icelandic Teachers Union is that women make up the majority of teachers at every level, including 94% of kindergarten teachers.
See that, folks? Now, if 94% of teachers was men, this shit wouldn't even happen.
At the National University Hospital,
But most men aren't teachers. Most men aren't nurses either. Most women are nurses. Most men are doctors. Most
Yep.
women are nurses. I would say most respiratory therapy. It's kind of respiratory therapy in my industry. It's kind of like, it's still most men are respiratory therapists, but it's a little closer. I have to look up the numbers, but I think it's a lot of women that are respiratory therapists too. And CNAs, but doctors, mostly men.
Hospital of
Surgeons too.
Iceland, the biggest in the country. 80% of workers are women.
There was
86 in America.
a reality check about how important women are to the workforce and to the basic services that we take for granted.
Now,
Basic services.
emergency services were, obviously kept running, but hospitals did reduce their loads for the day, and
They didn't stop. They reduced their loads.
everything from schools to museums, libraries, and zoos were affected, even homes, because the spirit of the day was that women should refuse unpaid work as well. So, cleaning, making dinner, laundry, preparing school lunches.
Ooh, there was a bunch of dirty houses.
Things that a man can do too.
When women don't work,
Go ahead, Dragon.
I was just about to say, ooh, I know there's a bunch of dirty houses.
So how much? I wonder how much did the economy get fucked up?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure we'll find out. I'm pretty sure he's probably going to mention.
nothing works.
I think at the heart of the protest is the fact that women today participate as much as men in the economy and the labor market.
Shut up, Beta.
But when they come
Shut
home
up, bitch.
from Shut up, bitch. Work, they participate more than men in household work.
Duh.
You call this equality? How you answer that question, which is incidentally their strike slogan, depends on how you look at it. So Iceland is actually considered the most gender equal country in
Aha.
the World Economic.
So just by him saying that shit, of course they're going to be affected more than America would be affected by this, because they just said Iceland is one of the most gender neutral countries when it comes to workforce.
Forum puts them at number 1 in their most recent global gender gap report.
Global gender gap report. Hold on. Global gender gap report.
Notice ain't nobody trying to go to Iceland and hook up with anybody over there. I'm gonna just say that shit.
Global gender gap report of 2024. Iceland 93.5% is again ranked first and has been leading the index for a decade and a half. European economics occupy 7 spots out of the global top 10. In addition, I don't see America nowhere in that shit. Among 146 economies covered in 2024 index, and I'm reading from the World Economic Forum. Where was I at? Okay. Among the 146 economies covered in 2024 index, the health and survival gender gap has closed by 96%, the educational attainment gap by 94.9%, the economic participation and opportunity gap by 60.5%, and the political empowerment gap by 22.5%. I'm looking for America in here, and I ain't seen shit yet by America. Europe. North America. Ranked second, North America reports a gender parity score of 7.8 compared to other nations. However, the region has closed its regional gender gap by 0.4.3. I still don't see anything about America specifically. But anyway, let's go back to the tape.
4 of the top 5 are Nordic countries. The UK is ranked number 15. Canada is 30th. And the US is 43rd.
Wow.
More impressive than Iceland being number
43rd. So Iceland was affected greatly by this strike. Do you really think, guys, that America would be affected as much as Iceland was being 43rd?
Hell no. No.
Hold on. Like how much did it affect Iceland again? Like how much?
Well, they're top. They shut down a lot of the basic stuff, and I'm trying to see if he hasn't mentioned anything about the economy yet. But I think we got another 4 minutes in this thing, and I think we're gonna find out.
Number 1 is that it has been number 1 14 years in a row. Its prime minister is a woman. Half her cabinet are women. There's almost perfect,
And it says Bangladesh too.
parity in education level between men and women. Same goes for work opportunities in technical fields. Men and women on par.
We have this.
So let me get this straight. They had a women's strike day in 1940, and it caused them to move closer. And they've been at the top for a decade, and these chicks went and strike again. They went on strike again.
They trying to fucking shut that place down. Is what the fuck they trying to do. They're trying to make it crumple. Fucking idiots.
Exactly. So that's why I put, because that don't make no damn sense. Y'all got a 96%. They're number 1 in the world on equality. And they still went and freaking striked again. And they was number 1 in equality 14 years in a row.
You know what it shows though? It shows that it doesn't matter what you do, you cannot make her satisfied.
That's true.
That's why that whole happy wife, happy life thing. If you're a man that believes in that, you are dumb as fuck.
Yep.
You are dumb as fuck. And I ain't gonna lie. When I got married, that's what I thought too.
Beta.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I was straight alpha, was alpha in my marriage, but you know, to keep the damn marriage together, I had to do some beta shit. Guess what? Shit won't happen ever again.
Why were you gay?
Shut up, nigga.
The same chance as the man.
Yeah,
Definitely.
You do feel in your bones.
Yes, in your bones. We grow up believing that. I mean, we don't even think about it.
So there are lots of reasons to think men and women in Iceland are very close to being on equal footing. But according to that same World Economic Forum report, where Iceland has seen a backslide for women is when it comes to money. In a nutshell, there's still a wage gap. The difference in earnings between men and women, about 21% in favor of men.
What we say is, if
Which means what? They still are going into the same industries they've been going in anyway. And that's why there's a gender pay gap. You're not taking the jobs that are high paying because you don't want to go into STEM. You want to go into what? Healthcare, education. Education is not STEM. Healthcare is, but education not STEM. That's the only thing they do that's STEM is education. And you have some women in IT in America, but it's not a large amount.
As a person who was a former employer, bro, I could tell you it was hard pressed to ever seen a woman do overtime work. It wasn't a lot. While I'm trying to get overtime work, there's women trying to get out of it.
Of course.
That's you though. So I say like this, guys. As a whole, women don't do overtime work that much. Now I know women personally that do it, but it's very slim It's a slim number, and I'm only one person. In order for me to have a valid argument for women doing overtime, I would have to know at least about 10,000 women personally that actually do that shit.
Well,
But
there's literally statistics though. So
yeah, there's statistics.
Average,
that's what I'm saying.
Average.
My point is this: whenever women and men get in any discussion online, whether it be lives or whatever, they always tend to personalize it. And they always say, well, I do this or my friends do this. Shit, you
The
don't
average,
know enough people.
so the average at my when I was employer, right? So the average woman worked about 37 hours a week at my employment, right? And the statistics shows the average woman works about 35 hours a week. Men tend to work up towards 45 hours plus. So that's a severe like hours worked. You know, that's a big difference right there. It might not seem, yes, it's a couple of hours, it might not seem that much, but it is a difference. And also you got to understand women outnumber men also.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not in the workforce. I don't know the numbers when it comes in the workforce, but probably maybe I think men outnumber the women in the workforce. But those are the statistics that women do not work overtime.
I'm gonna tell you like this, dude. I know personally a woman at my job that before she got the position over me for a supervisor, she used to call out one shift a week, nigga. One shift a week. And so our boss gave her the heads up. Okay, we're doing this night shift supervisor thing. And I know for a shout out Dottie did this shit, even though I didn't hear him do it. And the reason why I know this shit is because all of a sudden, 3 to 4 months, I said no, 3 months. No, I'm sorry, 1 6-week period before a new schedule came out, she didn't call out not one fucking time. And she already was habitually calling out. I got proof in print of when she called out, what date, and how many times she called out in a 6-week period. You're supposed to get written up. If you call out too many times, you get points. She was never written up. She was given a heads up about the position. She stopped calling out. You can see it on the schedule where she started coming in. And now she has been given a position where she doesn't have to work no weekends. She only works 4 days a week, and that's 2 12-hour shifts and 2 8-hour shifts. And whenever I work with her and she come in for those office days of 8-hour shifts, because she's supposed to come in for 2 8-hour shifts where she's just doing office work, she sits and does shit, watches a video at work, watches movies and shit. And then when she does work, she don't check on us. She don't check around on her staff and shit. So it's like, that's okay. It's gonna show. Y'all gonna see what the hell y'all did when y'all. That's why I decided this is the last hospital I will ever work in. I'm changing industries. I'm changing my career because I got passed over twice by one chick that's a freaking butt kisser and got the job because she was in the damn boss's damn face every fucking day for about a few weeks, and she wasn't even staff. She was a contract person. They let her come on. They let her come on staff so that they can hire her for the position.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And guess what? This is the bullshit thing. Which is, I don't understand. This other girl, she actually already, the girl that was going for the position with me, she actually filled out an EEOC, which is equal opportunity complaint about this, about the new chick that got hired. But when she was up for the position with me the last time, when the other girl that was kissing the boss's butt got hired, how is it that you gonna go for an interview for the position you want to get, and the chick that gets it, who hasn't been hired yet, is sitting in on your fucking interview?
Well, damn.
Exactly, dog. How do you do that shit? And this is one of them hospitals that you got to know somebody to get your position.
Right. Oh, I see.
But to me, that's still DEI.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean.
What's the I
man.
stand for in DEI? Inclusion. Right?
Hey, Sean, man, my eyes getting heavy, player.
That's fine, dude. That's fine, dude. We
Go
know.
ahead
Hey,
and
everybody say bye bye to Mac. Say bye bye to Mac. Everybody say bye bye to Mac.
Yeah, be easy, y'all.
What more do you want from me? Have a good one, bro.
Man, I'm excited, man.
Have a good one.
You know you fucked up, right?
Shut up, bitch.
You know you fucked up, right, nigga?
Shut up.
You know I hacked the T app, nigga. So I'm about to hack you, nigga. Hey, you think your credit's fucked up now, nigga? Wait till you finish. Hey, wait till you see what I do, nigga. Hey, what's Shador Sanders' number, nigga?
I'm just telling. Nigga, I'm not breaking the law. I'm not trying to get out of no trouble. That's what a snitch do.
Hey, Sean.
Yes.
What number is Bijan Robinson?
He is number 7.
After I finish, that's what your credit score is gonna look like, nigga.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
About to fuck your
goddamn
nigga, your credit score gonna be your credit. I'm gonna make your credit score so bad they gonna look at your cash weird, nigga. They gonna be like, man, check that 100, check them 20s too. Fuck that. Get the mark on them $1 bills, bro. That's diabolical.
What do you want from me?
Yo, that shit happened to me one time. I was like, really? You had to put the marker on the ones too? I'm like, yo. I was so fucking embarrassed. I told that lady I never shop here. But hey, you guys have a good one, man.
You too, bro.
All right, Max Dog. Thank you so much for the time that you put in, man. I appreciate you.
Later, brother.
Peace, man.
Peace out.
I worked the goddamn 13-hour shift, no 14
I feel
hours.
you, man. That's real men work hard. Like sometimes I self-schedule. I work 5 days in a row, and because of my job and the way they do their weeks, they start a week on Monday, but if they did on Sunday, I'd be working 60 hours a week. I'd be working 60 hours a week. All right, man. Peace out.
Later, bro.
We're going to be the global leaders in gender equality, then we should actually achieve it because it is possible.
That's one of the strike organizers. She says there has been progress on closing the pay gap, but it's still there. And there's another darker side to inequality. She says that violence against women continues to be a national problem.
Oh, come on.
An equality paradise should not have a 21% wage gap and 40% of women experiencing gender-based or sexual violence in their lifetime. One study from the University of Iceland suggested 1 in 4 women in that country have either been sexually assaulted or raped.
That's what I don't understand, though. Dragon, I don't understand why they have not connected the dots when it comes to the pay gap shit. You are
Because
going
they
to
doing
school.
that on purpose.
Yeah, you go to school, you major in some humanity, and you go and you work as a teacher, or you work as a sociologist or a psychologist, or you go into daycare, or you go into you become a stylist or whatever. You're not gonna make what a doctor make. You're not gonna make what an engineer make, an IT person. You're not.
And
And
then
you ain't gonna work
on
this
the
long.
hour.
You're gonna call out. You're gonna take vacations. And I'm not saying anything wrong with this because we do need kids. But you take, if I'm not mistaken, Iceland, some of them Scandinavian countries, you could take off a whole year once you've gotten and get on maternal leave.
Yep.
And the man could take off a whole year too.
Yep. But they do it on purpose, bro. Is the reason why they do
Agenda.
that. And then, and then the other thing is too, just like how how he quickly went to the sexually assault thing and the other stuff. They also purposely do that too, to throw off, like to move the goalposts for one thing. 2, it causes emotional stress, tension, and other stuff in people, especially in women, because they're emotional based, so it's automatically going to trigger them if they're watching it, and it's going to set a different prefaces for it, because that has absolutely nothing to do with payment, equality in the workforce, and the subject matter exactly as to what they were talking about. They're moving the goalposts and watch them go right back to the same shit of what they were talking about beforehand. Because I started peeping the type of shit of what they're doing out there to like fuck with people's mindsets and shit. But the other good thing is, like I said,
they run the race weight, they rage bait, they run the race shit, they run the gender sexist shit.
Yep.
That's the whole game plan, dude. And if you listen to like liberal media, they all have the same speaking points.
Yep.
It sounds and I remember I saw a YouTube video once where they had all these different local and national television news outlets, and everybody was saying the same fucking thing, dog. They played it at the same time, and everybody, you could tell what they were saying. When you have that many people talking at one time, and you can understand what they're saying, it means they're running the same script. You're not supposed to be able to understand anything when everybody's talking at the same time. Have you ever been in a crowded room and all these conversations going on? You can't tell what people saying.
Right, because
sound waves and the sound waves, they hit each other, they jumble up all that other stuff.
Right.
But when there is a homogeneous message being done, those sound waves are amplified.
Everybody sounds in unison. They were all in unison when they played it, like every single last one. And then towards the end, they all linked up. When I say they all linked up, it literally sounded like one voice, just male and female from different octaves. Like it literally sounded like that. Put it like this. It sounded like a legion is what it sounded like.
Sound like a legion. Oh, speaking of legion, this dawned on me the other day. In the Bible, whenever demons talked, they always said things like we or they. They was responding to, or the pronoun they was referring to the demons. The demons refer to themselves in we. And then when you see people having pronouns, I go by they or them or something like that.
Yeah.
So you're telling me basically that you have some demonic influence in your life, and if you're not a Christian, you're probably demonically possessed, and that's them demons talking at you. Is what it is. So if somebody says I go by pronoun this, pronoun that, I instantly like, but you know what? You have a nice day. I go the other fucking way.
Yeah.
It's an extremely important day. We are, you could say, in a way, celebrating the power of the important women 48 years ago.
48 years ago was the only other time in Iceland's history that this kind of strike on this kind of scale had happened.
But see, this is what it kills me. Y'all out there are basically devaluing yourself, if you ask me. This is my opinion about women that do this. You're devaluing yourself. You're basically saying that the things that you do in society aren't important. Because if you thought they was that important, you wouldn't have stopped doing them.
Yep.
You know how important it is for the children are the fucking future. Do you know how important it is that you raise our children? You are their first teachers. You are the first people that give them guidance. And y'all don't think that's important?
They're not built like how they used to be built, dude. They're super fucking lazy these days. You know that shit.
Dude, it's like you don't understand. When you get old, these kids got to take care of society. Y'all have a very important. Now, I will say this. Teachers do need to make more money. And that's why Georgia has it now. I think most teachers make like 6 figures now.
True.
In the Atlanta area. Not in Georgia. I think it's Atlanta Metro. But y'all don't understand. Y'all have a very important saying this shit about gender pay gap. Y'all don't go into STEM programs. But that don't mean that what y'all work in isn't important to society. It's very important to society. But you're going to get paid what your section of industry puts into the industry.
Yep.
If you're not out there saving lives with complicated surgeries, if you're not out there on some damn tall ass skyscraper risking your fucking life, if you're not out there developing the next goddamn breathtaking development in science, why the fuck you think you're gonna get paid 6 figures? You ain't gonna get paid $200K. What the fuck?
October 1975, 25,000 people flocked to Reykjavik in solidarity with women demanding gender equality.
I thought it was 1940, it was 1975.
Everything shut down. Schools, airlines, theaters, factories, shops. The country came to a stop. And I can't help but laugh at this next part. That day actually became known in part as the day the country ran out of sausages, because dads, having to suddenly cook for their kids, resorted to basically the easiest thing to make possible. Shops literally ran out of sausages. 5 years later, Iceland became the first country in the world to elect a woman to the highest office. She would hold the job for 16 years. There are now laws requiring equal pay for equal work, and more recently, a law.
Equal pay for equal work, people. So if you calling out, you're going to get equal pay. If you leaving a job because your stomach hurt, excuse me for saying this, it's your time of the month, you got pains, that's biology, shit happens. You're not going to get equal pay.
Law actually put the onus on companies to proactively show and prove that they were paying men and women equally. But not every field hires as many women as men. And women continue to be most likely to work in undervalued, lower paid jobs.
And why is that? That's what they interested in doing, and that's what they major in when they go to college, goddamn.
Exactly. How you gonna get mad because of where you choosing to do for yourself, and then come on, you can't be getting paid for shit that ain't worth the paying that much for it. Like, come on, people, you gotta cut that shit the fuck out.
Exactly.
You shouldn't want to expect 3 figures as a fucking stylist, and you ain't even got the clientele up like that, and or your figure or the hairstyles in order to do it like that. That's why some, and I have to be honest, I know y'all be trying to get that Brazilian set because of how much that shit costs, just based off of what people be talking about, and that shit don't be like that. So, but it is what it is. That's y'all, man.
Exactly.
For women in Iceland, because we all skipped work 48 years ago, and we are doing it again today. I'm here for my daughters and for all other women in this country.
So, what was it like to have women stop working for 24 hours in Iceland? Well, it sounds absolutely crippling, both in 1975 and in 2023. So, the challenge ahead for the country, already seen internationally as the ideal, live up to those expectations and actually cross the finish line.
All right, so he did not cover what I heard. I heard in another report, dog, that when that shit happened, that shit barely affected the fucking country.
That's what I heard too in one. Like, it ain't do shit. People were happy because nobody was complaining. Human resources didn't have that many issues that day. Like, I heard of something completely different too, bro. That's why I'm like, man, some don't sound right.
All right, check this out. This is fucking on Andrew Tate talking about it. And I'm not saying he's just an authority, but listen to what he says about it. Let me redo this one.
I don't know if you saw this in Iceland. Did you see the female strike in Iceland?
Yeah,
bro, that was amazing. All the women went on strike because they were complaining they don't get paid as much as men, and the country worked just fine.
Yeah.
They disproved their point. Absolutely. All the HR departments, all the little emails didn't get sent. The roads still worked. The electricity was still on.
Right.
Let all the men stop going to work for a week, and you'll see. Men are out here suffering all day, every day to protect and provide. But somehow that makes you a bad person. That actually makes you oppressive.
Yeah.
If you make more money than your wife, that's because you're an oppressive. It's the patriarchal system, and it's the gender pay gap, and you're oppressive, and you're trying to oppress her.
Right. And demean her. Because you're out there working your ass off for her. You know what I think when he said that? It's a patriarchal society, and men have to work. If anything, the patriarchal society is oppressing us. I'm just saying. Now let's see what else I found out about this. I do not. Let me see if I can. I think it was. Let's see what. Let's see what this is not that long. Hold on.
Full gender equality. More than 100,000 people showing up at a rally in the capital, Reykjavik, calling for the wage gap to be closed. According to statistics, Iceland, women on average earn 21% less than men. Today's walkout is the first such event since 1975, when 90% of women refused to work, clean, or look after their children, expressing their anger at discrimination in the workplace. The following year,
I wonder fucking why doing shit like
regardless of
that.
gender.
I'm telling you, if I could find this shit.
Like, that's fucking stupid. You expecting to get paid a certain amount, but then you want to
Look at look at this. Jordan Peterson talked about it.
Bankrupt. A new manager came in and said, okay, we've got to throw everything out and start again, and made a conscious decision based on his belief that it's a human right that men and women are paid equally. And so went out of his way to make the workforce within that company 50-50 as much as he could in terms of men and women being represented. So we're talking about engineers, we're talking about tradespeople, we're talking about in workshops, we're talking at the managerial level.
If you hire 50% women engineers and 50% male engineers, then the women engineers are less qualified because the pool of engineers is lower among women. So you can't hire 50% women engineers without producing a decrement in the quality of the engineers, because this selection pool is too small. You can't do that on a large scale.
That makes plenty fucking sense. If you have less women going to be engineers than men, you have more of a chance of finding someone that may not be qualified.
Yep.
The more people that you have to pull from, the more people that you're going to find that are qualified. The less people that you have to pull from, the less people you're going to find that's qualified. Let's flip the script and say men. Let's say that you only have men to pull from and you have a small pool of men to pull from. Do you think you're going to find more qualified people or less qualified people?
Probably find less qualified
people. So that's his point. That's his point. He said if you do 50-50 men, 50% women become engineers, 50% men become engineers. The pool of women that are engineers are less than the men because you have a lot of men already that are engineers. It's already been shown in stats that women do not go into STEM jobs. Not in a big number. Yes, are there women engineers? Yes. Are there women doctors? Yes. Are there women IT professionals? Yes. Are there women surgeons? Yes. However, there are less of them. So that if you have less people, you have a smaller pool. Smaller pool, you find things easier. Let's just go ahead and take jobs out of this. If you go to a town that has 1 million people, how easy is it going to be for you to find a nice partner or mate? Dragon? You got a lot of people to pull from.
Yeah.
A lot of selection. Different areas, different places you can go to hang out. You might run into somebody. I'll say you will run into more options than you would, let's say you went to a town that's got 2,500 people in it. And like everybody knows, the population is going to have men, women, single, married, children. So how many of that 1 million people are children? How many of that 1 million people are men? How many of that 1 million people are women? How many of that 1 million people are people of different lifestyles that's not going to be the same lifestyle as you in order for you to choose a mate? You have discrepancies. You have chances for variables such as, okay, in 1 million people, let's say of those 1 million people, 250,000 are homosexual. Now you got 750,000 people that are either men that are at least heterosexual. But how many of those are men? Well, in most cities, it's mostly women. So let's say if you're a man looking for somebody, let's say it's about out of that 750,000, that's 250,000 men. Now you got 500,000 women to choose from. Well, how many kids? Maybe there's 50,000 kids. Maybe there's 100,000 kids. Maybe there's 275,000 kids out of that pool that you ain't choose from yet. Now you're looking at 225,000 women. Well, how many fat? How many ugly? How many are not your type? But then you take it to a 2,500 population town. Another 2,500 people, 500 of them jokers. No, 1,500 to 2,000. No, 1,500 of them motherfuckers is kids. Then you got another what? Let's say of them kids. Let's say that you got about 500. You got 500 men and 500 women. That's about what? That's 2,000. No, I'm sorry. Let's say you got 500 men, 500 women. That's 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now you're looking at 22. Wait, 2,005. That's 2,500. No, it's 1,000. Yeah, it's 2,500 right there. So you only got 500. You only got a 500 men and 500 women to choose from. That's way less of a chance. That's way more of a chance that you're not gonna find somebody. Just like you say, it's way more of a chance if you're looking at engineers and ain't but 2,500 women engineers, but you got about 6,000 men engineers. Of them 2,500 female engineers, who gonna be good and who ain't?
That's true.
That's his point.
You might be able to do that in one company.
Yeah, and they certainly argue that they're not. Then it's not tokenism, and they're not hiring second-rate women.
They might argue that, but if you did it on a large scale, that's what would happen. Because look, you think about it mathematically. If there's 10 times as many male engineers as there are female engineers, and you insist upon hiring 50-50, then obviously the degree to which the female engineers are proficient cannot be the same as the degree to which the male engineers are proficient. It's mathematically impossible.
So you're saying don't even try?
No. I'm saying something much more specific than that. Now, one company might be able to do that for a short period of time in one isolated location, but there, of course, if you have a new manager come.
You know how you fix this? This is how you fix this. Go ahead and hire them women. Go ahead and hire the men. Hire them equally, but make sure when you hire these people that they are totally qualified. Now, if they're totally qualified, then you fix that with promotions, raises, performance evaluations, which most companies do anyway, year to year.
Yep.
You have that, then you pay those women. The women that are working those jobs. I don't think, in my opinion, and I don't think they get paid so much less than a man, unless they're doing stupid shit like calling out. Their performance evaluation is dropping. They're not getting those raises. So in my industry, every year you get evaluated. If you choose to take a year off and be like, look, I'm just going to just do the bare minimum, and your performance evaluation is going to reflect that. Usually we get a 3 to a 5% raise. Last year I got a 5% raise. I ain't gonna lie to you, because of this shit happened to me and not getting promoted and this. I said, fuck y'all, I'm gonna do the bare minimum. I do not expect a 5% fucking raise this year coming up. Now, because I'm a great respiratory therapist and I'm gonna do my job anyway, I might get a 2%. I might get a 3%, but I ain't gonna get that same 5%.
Right.
So if a woman is as qualified as a man, and she's still a woman that does the things such as, I got to go out because it's my, time. I don't feel good. And that's understandable. It's biology. I'm not saying anything wrong with that, ladies. Let's say she calls out more than the men. You know what I'm saying? You have to make accommodations for her. Let's say it's a job like, a warehouse worker. It's some man at that job or two men that helping her lift shit that's too fucking heavy. Now you working them more than what she works. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that performance evaluation is going to show that. If she's calling out, she goddamn come to work late, absentee, all that shit's points. It's a point system. So when she gets to her evaluation and they say, well, you got out this many this year, you was late this many times. We gave you like a 3% raise last year. This year, you're only getting like a 1.5 or 2% rate because you graded out at a 3 instead of a 4.5 like you did last year. Like I said, they can fix the shit. If you hire them, then you fix it with performance evaluations and raises and shit.
I mean, and he's doing all sorts of new things. There's 50 reasons why the company is going to fail or succeed. And you can say, well, it was because.
In other words, I'm saying, folk, merit-based. Merit-based. You go to work, you do your job, you do what you're supposed to do, you're on time, you don't goddamn call out, you should be rewarded. You should not get a certain pay just because you are a certain gender, a certain creed, a certain race, none of that shit. You do the work, you get paid for the work.
Because of the gender equity policies, it's like, yeah, well, it's a multivariate problem.
But they do point to the diversity now of the workforce, to improved morale, to improved strategies on how to come up with solutions, to their increased profitability.
None of that research is credible. There's no evidence whatsoever that diversity as measured by racial or gender representation has any bearing whatsoever on creativity, productivity, outcome, any of the things you're measuring. None of that research is credible in the least. It's not at all. Men and women make different amounts of money. Well, sorry, that's not a fine-grained enough analysis. More agreeable people get paid less. Why? They're not as assertive.
So does agreeability mean that you're just not as good at the job?
No.
So shouldn't...
It depends on the job, I would say.
Yeah.
It's actually probably makes you better. It probably makes you better at jobs that involve care of people, because agreeableness seems to be that trait that facilitates interpersonal care. So my suspicions are, the research on this isn't solid, but my suspicions are that agreeable nurses are better than disagreeable nurses. But we don't know, and the effect isn't that large. Agreeableness tends more to tilt you in terms of interest than in terms of competence. That's how it looks so far.
I will definitely Don DeMarco that shit, and I'm gonna tell you why. At my job, there's this dude. He has got to be the most. And Dragon knows about this because we've talked about this. We've talked about this thing. He is the most beta, weak, no confidence having ass motherfucker I've ever ran into in my fucking life. You hear me? It is so bad to the point. The other day, no, it was about a week or two ago. I got on to him when he called Paul. When he called me on the phone, I was not charged that night. Charged basically meaning that you're in charge of the shift that night. Don't mean you're in charge. It just means you have to be the resource for everybody. So he called me about something. And I was like, and he said, hey, man, so. I said, man, I'm not charged tonight. Call your charge therapist. He said, no, it's not about work. I said, first of all, bro, don't call me about shit that ain't about work, because I didn't. And this is why I said this, folks. Because I said, look, I've told you many. I didn't say this on the phone that time. What I said was, man, don't call me about something that ain't happening about work. And because I got on his ass and held him accountable for that shit, he got off the phone. And do you know, every time I'm charged, this puss ass motherfucker will not call me for help because his ass don't want to talk to me.
That's stupid.
He's so fucking beta. He don't want confrontation. You know, like, it ain't confrontation, nigga. If I'm charged, nigga, call me if you need help. So much so, there's this other therapist that works sometimes with me. She says, man, every time I work with this dude, he calls me and bothers the shit out of me. I said, when does he usually bother the shit out you? I said, who's mostly charged when he bothers the shit out you when you're working? She said, you. I said, okay. So he calling her. He calling a woman. Not saying there's anything wrong with that. But he would rather call a woman to help his ass out at work than call me his charge therapist. You know why? Because he's a beta ass simp motherfucker that cannot goddamn be a man.
That's funny.
Let me tell you something else this stupid motherfucker did. And I ain't saying no names, so I ain't saying no hospital, so he ain't gonna get in trouble, but I'm telling you. This motherfucker has issues with his health. To not call him out, and because somebody might be listening to this that knows him, I'm not gonna say what the health issues were. But this motherfucker is so stupid and so fucking, he's even scared to go to the fucking doctor.
Man, come on, man.
I'm gonna say scared to go to the doctor. He's one of them people that he's hard-headed. So his issue, I talked to him about his issue, and he said, man, every time I go to the doctor, they tell me to do this, so they give me some pill and da-da-da, and I want to do that. Well, dude, what the fuck you think you're gonna need to do if you don't listen to somebody and your fucking health is fucked up? The thing is, he'll go in the gym and work out 2 hours, lifting all kinds of weight, but eating all kinds of carbs and rice and shit. This nigga got a belly, and he work out way more than me.
What?
Won't listen to my damn advice when it comes to shit. That's why. Dude, he asked me advice about women. He asked me advice about working out and all that shit. He used to. I say he used to. Reason why he don't no more because I told him. I said, look, Stan. Ooh, I said, look, dude. I can't cut it out. Fuck it. I ain't say his last name. I said, look, dude. You don't listen to shit I say. You don't take any advice I say that you do. You still the same as you was before when I first came here and worked and first met you. You still got that belly. You still can do, yes, 110-pound dumbbells and damn bench press. Yeah, that's cool. But you look like the Pillsbury Doughboy. You look like a big ass motherfucker. How the hell you work out as much as you do and lift and shit, and you got goddamn muffin top? Nigga. He got a muffin top. And you know why it is? He go and work because he wouldn't listen to me. He go and work out 2 hours and goddamn overwork himself and increases cortisol levels. Me and listen, if you work out too much, you cause stress to your body. Your cortisol levels will increase, which will cause more estrogen to be produced because the cortisol transforms testosterone into estrogen, and everybody has estrogen and testosterone in their body. So you're adding to the estrogen levels of your body that are already existing. And it causes you to have man boobs and to accumulate fat in certain areas. That's because you're overstressed. You're supposed to sleep more, don't work out as much, and eat properly. He don't do that shit at all. So I told him he didn't take my advice. He has health issues. So look what this motherfucker dumbass did. This dumbass motherfucker ends up doing a test on himself at work that he ain't supposed to do.
Why?
An invasive test. I'm trying to be vague so as not to out him. An invasive test where you have to put something into your body. He does that himself and runs the shit on himself for what? Dude, the shit you need to know about ain't got shit to do with what you did the test on. Motherfucker, you did a test on something that gives us results on how your lungs are doing. Motherfucker, you are have fainting spells and you got a headache. Motherfucker, that's circulation.
Yeah.
That's blood pressure, dummy. But he did it, and he gets protected by the old supervisor that got the job over me. Protects him like it's her fucking child. And everybody at the damn job knows it. And so, like I said, dude, it's time for me to change industries. But anyway, let's finish this up and we can get to crypto news, folks.
I'm understanding what you're saying. The picture you paint is a bleak one.
No, I don't think it's particularly bleak. It looks like real salaries are on the rise and general levels of poverty around the world are declining incredibly rapidly. Women are being educated at an unbelievably high rate compared to 30 years ago. Like, there's all sorts of reasons to be optimistic, but equity is not one of them. It's a bad idea, and we're going to pay for toying with it.
All right, so real quick, I want to do this because I just seen it. Let's look at some of these shorts about this tea thing that we was talking about earlier, and then we're going to go to crypto news, folks.
So this new app where women were anonymously exposing the men that they date just got hacked, leaking over 10,000 user photos and IDs. See, the app is called T, and it blew up on TikTok as a safe space where women could see if they're dating the same guy or if he has any red flags. Basically women crowdsourcing opinions about men. And you even had to get verified as a woman just to be able to use the app, but because all the posters were anonymous and the men getting posted weren't, well, that meant that anybody could make a completely fake allegation just to stir up drama and, well, spill the tea. But apparently some users on 4chan really didn't like that, and they found out that not only did the T app have no backend security whatsoever, but they were also storing users' sensitive data like photos and DMs on an unencrypted public storage. Anybody could just walk in and download the files. They got women's uncensored passports, licenses, and there's even a map showing where the users registered from.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Hold on, dude. You see that one down here? You see this one down here, dog? You know what that is down here, right? You see my pointer?
Yeah.
That's Puerto Rico.
Notice what's
this is Dominican Republic right next to it. It ain't got shit on it.
Ain't got nothing on it, baby.
That's Cuba right. That's Cuba right there, y'all. And if I'm not mistaken, that right there, you see this little small one right there? If I'm not mistaken, that's Jamaica.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm fucking talking
Everything affiliated with. That's why Passport Bros, Blue Book Gentlemen, don't go to Puerto Rico.
Nope.
Western-minded
Stay
women.
away from that
All
shit,
of this,
man. Look at this
all of this,
bullshit.
Western-minded women. Notice ain't
Hell
none in
no.
Mexico, none in Mexico,
Mm-mm.
none in Central America, none in. It's not a lot in Canada. Not Southern Canada. Yes, so this right here, all this right here is like Ontario, Ottawa. This over here, this Manitoba, this Saskatchewan, all this up in here. This is Alberta right here. Saskatchewan, I think, is next to it in Manitoba. All of this because you got to think Washington's about right there. So anything above this line right here that I'm drawing, this little squiggly line I'm drawing right here, that I'm tracing, anything above that is Canada. See Nova Scotia and the shit over here. So this all Western-minded people. So Blue Book gentlemen, we don't go in any of those places.
Nope.
So naturally, the internet started roasting the woman for it, saying these are the people calling you an incel. And while the women are obviously pissed because the app that was made for exposing men ended up exposing them instead. So this new app where women
that's the fuck they
The
get
T
too.
app has made it to Detroit, bitch. It is made its grand entrance. Yo ho on there, my ho on there, and my mama's. This app got the whole city in shambles. They so pressed to get in that bitch in and took the baby girl and took a picture of her trying to get in the app. They over there threatening to sue. The T-page comments is worse than Twitter. They is going dumb. They ain't holding nothing back. All y'all is getting exposed. We done made they ass so mad they done went and made an Instagram page for the next. They putting y'all pictures out there and then everybody done hit you.
This says the app has men in shambles exposing guys in major cities for giving out herpes and HIV to women. Well, that means that your ass is telling them that you got herpes and HIV.
Talk to you, whatever done happened, you're on there. And they letting it all go because they all mad. Detroit ain't been this messy since the Flippagram days. Boo, if you seen your boo in that Flippagram, I was over it. But the creator of this app, come here, come to the front. Let's get one going for these studs. That's who we really need to be cracking down, these studs. I need one for the studs. Y'all can have them niggas. I want the studs. And don't let that girl upload her birthday pictures with that wig on. No.
This dumb bitch don't understand the studs doing the same thing that y'all the motherfucking men doing.
Yep.
At a higher level. Look at the abuse rates of lesbian marriages, folks. Look at the divorce rates of lesbian marriages, folks. And this chick want a stud. See, that's why as Blue Book gentlemen already realized that the women in the community is dead. Black women are done. In America, they're done. They are done. Also, men that are listening, if you see a chick that has her hair color that is not her natural, I mean like extreme, like red, bright red, this blue shit, any of that shit, orange, all that shit, that is a way they deal with trauma. I need to a drastic change. I'm gonna start something new. I've been through shit, and I wanna have my breakthrough. So you know what they do? They go and dye their hair this weird ass fucking color, and they don't deal with the trauma. They just move on and change their fucking way of how they look. That's it.
Oh, I need you to take it right now. Right now. Yeah, I see that hairline. Get out of here. Actually, have me approved, baby. Them 2-strand twists, yeah, you're out of here. Instead of feed in into a bun, out of here. Feed in no edges, out of here. But no, for real, let's get it going because I just know my.
So I know this chick didn't sit there and said dudes that have 2-stranded twists, you toxic. Dudes that have their locks going to a bun, you toxic. Bitch, I done wore my shit 2-strand twist along a lot of times. Sometimes I go work out, I put my damn locks up into a bun, kind of like a man bun kind of thing. That shit's stupid. These women make reasons to be she's a runner, she's a track star. They make excuses to get the fuck. They self-sabotage their relationships.
Yep.
That's what they do.
Oh, this thing has basically been overwhelming inside of my inbox as far as my emails, and a lot of people are asking me to break down and comment on this stuff that's flooding my timeline. And as soon as I opened up one of you guys' emails to see this stuff, now my feed is just completely consumed with everything about this T app. So essentially what it is it is an app for women, and apparently you have to verify that you are a woman. I don't know how they do that because I haven't actually downloaded it. But it is an app for women, and it's basically going city to city. So
They do it by birth date, dude. If you had to put your selfie in and you have to put information in that's sensitive, and they got it hacked where you can see passport licenses and shit like that. That's how the fuck the shit is verified that you're a woman.
So it's gonna be the next newest thing until a bunch of defamation suits come up, and then it's gonna go left from there. But basically, it allows for women to be able to upload the photo of men.
If I'm not mistaken, he made this post before the damn hack, so he just pretty much predicted what would happen. He predicted it. I might go on there and turn his page later after we get out the live and see if he even did a response to that.
And then talk about whether or not they actually slept with him or not, right? And so it's like a reincarnated, actual, real application of what you've seen basically even on Facebook and Facebook groups of women that's in, hey, have you talked to this guy? Are y'all dating this guy or whatever? But it's getting super messy, right? And so basically what's happening in my city in particular, I don't know about your city, but in my city in particular,
better not happen in Houston, boy. Woo! I heard about what happened in Houston. HIV rate went up 46%. The syphilis rate went up 128%. I think that Mocha Fest did that shit.
Mocha Fest did that, bro. So that's why I'm like, Houston's already.
Houston fucked up, bro.
Guys, or quote unquote.
It says San Antonio, Austin, and San Antonio, the places to go and goddamn Texas, Dallas too.
That's why I don't fuck
Austin
around.
in particular is like the fastest growing city right now.
Yeah, that's why I don't fuck around.
Getting exposed, and the women are basically saying whether or not they.
No, I'm saying Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas are good cities. Like you ain't gonna, it ain't like a Houston. You may be all right in them cities.
Slept with them if they got diseases. How messy they are, whether or not they in a relationship, married, all of this type of stuff, right? So essentially, it's an anonymous app for women to write nonsense and gossip about each other or gossip about guys to each other.
The
Pretty
T
much.
app has made it to Detroit, bitch. It is made its grand entrance.
Okay, I want to read some of these comments. So 407 likes. Let's see one that has a lot of fucking likes. Right now, see, it was only 500 some comments, so we'll read the one with 407 likes. What the hell is she saying? I can't understand the word she is saying. 15 replies. Shake my head. That was the most chaotic thing I've ever heard a person say. Boomhauer was easier to understand. Thank you. I thought it was just me. I thought, what the F? I was wondering what language she was speaking. Okay. Let's go to the next comment. They sleep with the same type of guys they make fun of. 2 replies. 100% facts. They sleep with them, then they talk shit about them when they don't call them back. LMAO. All right, so let's go one more of these bitches. One more of these bitches.
Harassing men online in a new app. And this app called The T is a women's only app where you can upload photos and information and screenshots of men that you might be dating, or maybe you just swiped on, their dating profile. Maybe you've just met him. You can post photos of him or screenshots of his dating profile in order to get the tea on him from other women. And all hell has broken loose on social media, understandably so. Because men are concerned about their privacy, concerned with what accusations or lies or even exaggerations could be, slewn about them online with no consent, with no idea that it is actually happening, and no ability to defend themselves whatsoever. They aren't even allowed on the app. Imagine if men had an app like this. If men were online posting photos of women, ripping their appearances to shreds, saying this is how many men she slept with, all hell would break loose. Women would be losing their minds. Women are harassing men online in a new app, and this app called The T is
Y'all see that shit, right? Let's go back to one of these other parts here where she was talking about.
so. Because men are concerned about their privacy, concerned with what accusations or lies or even exaggerations could be,
Lies and exaggeration. So remember earlier we was talking folk how men are trying to sue this shit, and I would too.
Flown about them online.
Yep.
With no consent, with no idea that it is actually happening, and no ability to defend themselves whatsoever. They aren't even allowed on the app. Imagine if men had an app like this. If men were online posting photos of women, ripping their appearances to shreds, saying this is how.
Yeah, imagine if it was fucking men that had it out. Boy, look at here. be some shit, wouldn't it, folks? Be some straight shit. But anyway, that's enough about that. So right now, folks, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go crypto news. There's a lot of shit that's been going on. I'm not even sure Dragon's gonna be able to cover a lot of this shit, but there's a lot of shit been going on. Y'all heard about the stablecoin bill that passed. Thank God. You've been watching your accounts, men. That's been men, women that have been listening to us about what to invest in. XRP got their own stable coin. Hopefully you're in hopefully you're out there mining Bitcoin and not buying Bitcoin. I got about $20-something in Bitcoin for free that I'm about to put in my external Coinbank coin wallet this week. I got about 500 and something thousand points on the Celia app, and I've already staked some more Celia after I do that shit this week. So yeah, man. But here we are, folks. Crypto news with Dragon.
Right. Well, the first thing that I actually want to go ahead and bring up is the fact to where H-bar has actually surged 12% following Robinhood's listing, making it top daily gainer among the top 20. This is the reason why I told you folks to go ahead and not only buy, but hold on to your H-bar. If you have and know some liquidity pools, go ahead and put into some liquidity pools with USDC pairings and or USDT or RLUSD, which is another good one to go ahead and pair it up with. But just make sure that you're staking it also on the Hashpack wallet, which is the official H-bar or the official Hedera Hashgraph wallet for H-bar. It does automatic staking for you. So by you putting your H-bar in your Hashpack wallet, you will gradually see to where you will have dividend payouts to where you'll be able to accumulate. It will give you the amount of what you will gain per the amount of H-bars to what you're holding. So that way within that wallet and or node, you will see great increase for it. So just to be mindful in regards to where to store your H-bar and where to hold it, so that way you're at least gaining and you're accumulating, because it's automatic staking while you're holding on Hedera's official wallet. That's Hedera Hashgraph's wallet or Hashpack.
All right, so folks, y'all know that Hedera went up 109.69% in a month.
Yes, it did. So, H-bar rallies after being added to Robinhood's Crypto Alana, while a technical analysis suggests $3.30 could be possible if the token clears the key resistance level. Right now, H-bar is sitting at the time of writing of this is at 26 cents, which, mind you, when it was a little bit lower, when it was down at 24 cents, I did go ahead and put in a long play on it in regards to a trade. So that way, when it does hit the 27-cent mark, go ahead and make some profit from it.
It's 30 cents right now.
I done already made my key money.
It's 30 cents, bro.
Dude, I did that for H-bar, XLM, and for XRP. So I won my fucking trade today. What the fuck?
You did what for all? You did what for all three? You staked them?
No, I put in a long play on Blowfin. Dude, you know I have a bag that I
right?
use
You did a long
day
play on
trade.
Blowfin?
Yeah, I put in a long trade on Blowfin for
All right,
that.
what other apps can they use to do options, derivatives, and long plays like that? I know Kraken does it, BTCC does it,
and Blowfin does it, and then you can also do it on Gemini as well too.
Okay.
Now for your stocks and stuff like that, I highly suggest either Webull, Crypto.com, or Coinbase, or some people like to use Robinhood, but I prefer once I start doing my own version of stocks, because right now I'm too busy investing into the chains and stuff. But when I do go ahead and get into certain stocks and everything else like that, correlating with the chains, I'm gonna go ahead and do it on Coinbase and Crypto.com, so that way I have my crypto and my stocks deviated in one nice space. And then of course
what I'm not utilizing on there, I put within my personal wallet, so that way, I'm my own bank, and so are you. And then, of course, remember, if you're not the custodial holder of it, you're not the custodial holder, which means somebody else can do whatever they want to it. So unfortunately, I do have to say, to where, thankfully, even though the SEC, is not hounding and doing what they did against the crypto industry, but at any moment in time, if there is an audit that is wanting to be done, mind you, your assets are frozen on those exchanges. So if you have it within your personal wallets and stuff like that, your assets are frozen. You do what the fuck you want with them. I'm gonna just keep that out there. So whatever you have on the exchange,
I'm sorry to interrupt you, dog, but after this crypto news, I have to do a blind reaction to MTR says that he got exposed on fucking the T app.
Okay.
So he's probably going to freaking sue. And so after crypto news, we're going to do a blind reaction to. It's a 24-minute video, but we're going to do a blind reaction, and we're going to cut the live, folks. So back to crypto news.
All right. But yeah, let me go ahead and just start off with the H bar. But mind you, just make sure that you're putting the vast majority of your stuff in your personal space. And what you have on the exchanges is either what you're staking, so that way you're solidifying transactions across the blockchain and get your dividend payout in regards to that. And or if you're utilizing the exchanges for trading, so that way you have a certain bag on there to trade stuff around, because you can do your trading on the exchanges. But I have certain particular exchanges that I do my long plays or my short plays on for my day trading. But you keep your long bag for long-term holding and generational wealth building, because this is basically what this is. It's generational wealth building in a different format, because mind you, you're getting in before the institutions are pouring their money, moving stuff around, getting their connections together, because we've been investing in XRP and these other assets before the Prince of Dubai started to go ahead and invest in it, before certain banks started to invest in it, before certain charters and other stuff got together to make these assets and stuff grow. So look at the exponential wealth as to what is being poured into this space. Like, there's trillions of dollars coming into it. I mean, the DTCC, mind you, has a patent with not only Ripple Labs, but with Stellar Labs or XLM, so that way they have certain things of what they have their blockchain technology built on for these digital assets. And mind you, the DTCC alone does 3.5 to 4 quadrillion dollars worth of money and transactions annually. So that's getting ready to go through the digital market space. Mind you, what two companies did I say? Ripple and Stellar, XRP and XLM. Ding ding. Anyway, getting back to the H-bar news. So here's some quick takes before we get to the gist of it. H-bar jumped nearly 12% on Saturday, becoming the top performing cryptocurrency among the top 20 by market value. Robinhood's Friday listing of H-bar helped spark a surge in trading volumes and interest. Pause. Robinhood doesn't list anything that's bullshit, mind you. So the fact that they're listing XRP, H-bar, Stellar, all the same assets that I've been telling y'all to invest in, now they're starting to go ahead and wanting to list, because they're seeing what partnerships, the money payout, and everything else that comes behind it. Told y'all this was gonna happen. I just have to say that, not on a cocky shit, but just as reassurance for you, to where I was guiding y'all in the right directions. I told y'all this stuff was going to happen. Just mark my word. Hold your assets and stuff like that, or do what you will with your assets, but just putting that shit right back into fiat and other stuff like that, you're going to fuck yourself in the end, because you're not going to get back to these certain prices to where they're at. You're not going to see that shit anymore. Just like, as an example, you won't be seeing a 5-cent H-bar anymore. You haven't seen H-bar at 5 cents in a while. XRP, as an example. Remember back in the days to when we was buying
that shit was 26 cents, nigga.
Like, remember when we was buying like XRP like at 30 cents and 50 cents? What price is XRP at now? How long has XRP been above $2?
$3.21.
You know, how long has it been above $2? Now it's above $3, and it's been consistently holding above $3. That's why I say, if you look at it, if you want to quick to sell it and everything else, just like, even though I say, yeah, make sure that you take profits, you know, maybe take a little bit from the top here, but hold your overall reserves, because you're not going to get that price again. And if you have enough, if you're diversified,
that shit was under $2 back in fucking 2024 in November. It ain't been under $2 since then. It hit $2 in December of 2024. It ain't been back below $2 since December of 2024. And just for y'all information, XRP has had 434.54% increase in a year. So, hey, and some of these things y'all got to put a long play in for a year. Put a long play in for a year. It don't even matter when you stop that shit. You're gonna end up gaining. Look at these when you go into these apps. Look at the year. Put the long play in. Look at the year, month. The ones that are going down in a week. Look at see what they do in a month. If they're going down in a month or going down in a year, you know, okay, those are your short plays. What are they doing in a day? You may day trade them because they're not gonna go up over the whole year. But the ones that go up over a whole year, long play them bitches.
I'm gonna say this because this is your actual long play features. Your long plays is 6, 9, 12. Your short plays is 1 and 3 is your short plays. 1 and 3.
Also, guys, make sure you use your tools, your modified averages, your short averages. Look at your candlestick charts. Just use the tools in your app, and you got to evaluate shit. If you're doing short plays, you don't want to use a 6 month or 9 month out projection on your averages. You need to look at a week. You need to look at a month, no more than 3 months. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's saying, folks.
Also, I'm gonna go ahead and key this off to you because not too many people utilize this mindset or privy to it. But here's an institutional aspect of it, because I do it from an institutional standpoint, which is from 5 to 10 years out. That's the reason why you always hear me say, you know, like 2030, 2032 is a projected point, or like 2035, 2040 is really a solid projected point for me, because by 2040, everything is going to be digital. So if you really look at it, because it's 2025 now, if I look at 2040, look at that time frame, look at what's being built on the digital space now, before the institutions really flood the marketplace with their money, get everything together and get things solid, knowing that this is a global occurrence that's happening, because we've covered China, Japan, Uruguay, Philippines, Thailand, Australia, the European areas, hell, even London. Everybody is going towards this area. So looking at the development point, looking at what assets that we're able to get into now, the exponential growth, knowing the ups and downs for it. So if you have a projected point out that far, knowing that everything is going to be digital, how much do you think that you would actually have within revenue by that time? Because you see certain things going up to a certain price and you're holding on to that because you understand the exponential beneficial generational wealth that can be built into that, especially knowing the fact that by that time you will have use for that money, but not that much. But then that's something to where you'll be able to give off to your offspring. If anything, they'll be able to have that, because that's the world that they're going to be going into regardless. So it's best for you to have something built, not only for yourself, but for them, so that way they can have something later on down the line and teach them along the way, because you are that pioneer. So once they get to a certain point to where they have no point but to deal with that world, you've already got them saturated, situated, and adjusted for that. So that way the rest of how your family goes, the rest of your lineage is already set. That's the mindset that you brothers should out there be thinking and having while you're listening, especially to this segment of the podcast, because this is what this is when it comes to the crypto area. This is your generational wealth, or this is your 40 acres and a mule. Let me say it like that. For those people that know where I'm coming from that, this is your 40 acres and a mule. So let me go ahead and finish up with this H bar, which is an asset.
Yes, your reparations is crypto, y'all.
Yeah, it really
If
is.
you didn't catch that, your reparations is crypto.
Like it really is. Like if this is the first time, and I'm gonna say it like this, please excuse me, YouTube and everybody else, but I'm gonna have to say it like this just so that way it could trigger psychologically some help. This is the first time that you are getting ahead of those individuals that normally would be ahead of you, and they can dictate to you what you can do, how much you can spend, what you can put into it, and everything else. Because there's assets that you don't have the pockets to touch. But there's assets now that you legitimately have the pockets to fucking touch, especially when it's 26 cents a fucking pop. And be able to at least put in $50 to $100 into it, because you're quick to do that on beer, drugs, all sorts of other shit. Like, let's be fucking real about it. You will spend money on that shit. Or on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You got these new shoes and stuff that just came out. I'm going to go ahead and buy that. But you know what? You can take that one time to not go ahead and buy the new shoes that you know that you really don't need. And you can put that shit into some fucking crypto and watch this shit grow by next year.
Think about it like this too, folks. Your savings account that you have now is probably making 3% at the most, if that. And they weren't making but they were making point some percents back in the day.
Man.
So you got some credit unions that'll give you 3. You got some banks that do it, but not a lot. But you could take your savings account you got now. Just go ahead and put that shit in Coinbase. You can actually get your money out if you need it that day, instantly. So if you take all your savings and just put that shit in a stable coin.
Man, they got the card with Coinbase, because I be using the Coinbase card to buy groceries and other shit with.
Exactly.
For my account, because you get 4.6% up to 5%.
Some of that shit is 6. I seen 6% in some shit.
Up to like sometimes 6 to 8% annual percentage yield and annual percentage rate, just by utilizing your stable coins, and USDC transmits automatically to $1. Remember, because stable coins are a one-on-one par with it. So would you rather take, and I'm going to say this because most of your banks, just as an example, if you go on a Chase Bank's website and look up to see what their APR and APY for their savings account and what the minimum amount of what you need to have holding is 0.01% to 0.02%. It's to what you get in regards to it, up to 1%. With a $1,000 minimum deposit is what you need in order to start accumulating that.
There goes.
Now, with most of your accredited credit unions, with the $5,000 deposit, you can get up to 6% annual percentage yield and rate, but you have to have a 3-month maturity rate. So you have to have that sitting into your account for 3 months, and then you will start to accrue that 6%. So it is with Coinbase, Crypto.com, Kraken is 3 up to 8% annual percentage yield and rate just for holding those stable coins into your account. The minimum amount is whatever you deposit in there. So even if it's $10, yeah, you will see an accumulation. Now, mind you, the more that you put in, the more of what you accumulate, of course. But I'm just letting it be known to where you can do something on the minimum amount, and you'll be able to have a good annual percentage yield and annual percentage rate in regards to your money. So I would this is just me, not giving you financial advice, but just, giving you some strategies and other stuff. You do what you will with your own money in your own account because it's your own life. Let me make that statement. But I would, just put my stuff into stable coins, make sure to where I'm not spending shit like crazy, because I understand of the APR and APY and the additional payout of what I'll get. So it basically utilize that as a savings account for myself is what I would do.
Real quick, y'all. I'm sorry.
So-
Real quick, y'all. Top 10 liquidity pools. This is in order: Uniswap, Balancer, Bancor, Curve Finance, Convexity Protocol, Diversify, Keeper DAO, Kyber Network, On Finance, and ICTE. So do it, y'all. Read up on that. This is the top entry among crypto liquidity pools for 2025.
Yeah, but there's
Research on that.
other
Read
ones
on that.
specifically for like our liquidity pools. There's certain
Mhm.
ones to use, just
Right.
like with XRP as an example. X Magnetic is the best one in order to utilize that for a liquidity pool, and or if you're wanting to get a good investment opportunity in regards to your XRP, there's XRP5 with Doppler Finance, because at the current moment they have 46,000. They have 46,000. I mean, sorry, 46.13 million in total value locked, to where you'll get 1.5% in regards to your reward, which is your Doppler point, and your estimated APR in regards to just adding to it is 3 to 4.5%. So those yields of which you would automatically earn for XRP when it comes to C DeFi or central finance that's been decentralized, you'll earn yields in regards to that. So those are something to where that's off the side, that's putting you in the financial area, because this is going to link up with like the S&P 500 and stuff like that. So that's the type of stuff to where we're fucking with around here. Don't, not saying that those other sites and stuff aren't good, but stuff like I'm speaking of, or like with X Magnetic, because that one is directly connected to the XRP ledger. So that one, when you have your RLUSD that you get directly from Ripple Labs and your XRP, you're able to put both of those into that liquidity pool, so that way you're getting those funds back. So that's doubled up. That you're not going to get onto those other aspects of it. And once again, that's xmagnetic.org is to where if you have, like, as an example, the X-Man wallet or Zaman wallet, if you have that, which is directly connected to the XRPL, which I utilize, and or if you have Uphold, which is another exchange that's directly correlated and connected to the XRP as well too, because with Uphold you're able to upload your USDC in regards to the XRPL, which you can use on X Magnetic. So you can utilize either RLUSD or USDC in order to put into the liquidity pools for your XRP as a trading pair, which that's something else you will not be able to do on those other ones as well too.
And Magnetic links up with MetaMask. That's so if you look, you go on that site and hit connect the wallet, you have Zaman Wallet Connect, Joey, MetaMask, Gem Wallet, and Crossmark.
And just to let you know, the Zaman wallet is the direct ledger wallet for the XRP ledger system. That is the one that I use personally. Yeah, that's the one I use personally. I have a portion of my RLUSD and XRP on that one and a couple of other stuff, and I interact with. That's also how I've been able to interact with like Doppler Finance and a couple of other things. And then that also helps me because of how the XRP, a portion of it is built on Python. And since, we're developers and other stuff, that helps me to develop, learn the system, and do a couple of other stuff on the side. So I'm all for the XRP ledger, but xmagnetic.org is just a place to where I highly suggest you look into in regards to using those liquidity pools. Now, make sure that you do your research on like impermanent loss and everything else. Don't just go in there and throw your money to the wall, but look at the additional different pairings that's on there as well too, of which you can put. But the main things of what I say to focus on is RLUSD and as well USDC. But let me finish up in regards to this HBAR news real fast.
All right.
So crypto analyst Chart Nerd said on X that HBAR climbs as high as $3.30, but first needs to break above the key resistance around 35 cents. And you said HBAR is how much right now?
$3 and some change. I'm off the app right now, but it was $3 and some change. I want to say it was $3.21.
No, that's XRP. That's not H bar, bro. H
Oh,
bar is
H
about
bar is
$3.30.
30 cent.
Okay.
31 cent.
So it needs to break over 35 cents. So we're 4 cents from breaking away from that peak of resistance level that it needs to, so that way we can see exponential growth.
You talking about the resistance level that's on the that has been not being able to go above?
Yep.
And what's been the what do they call it? Not the floor. What do they call that shit? Can't remember. Support. What was the support level?
35
the support. 35 cents been the support level.
Yep.
And the resistance level was
Notice
what?
that
40?
it's been, yeah,
Or
because
35.
notice that it's been hovering around the 20 cent, 26, 25, 27 cent range, and
See,
it
I have to
capped
go.
at
I have to
30.
go on BT. I have to go on BTCC and put in the. Let me go ahead
'Cause
and finish talking what you was
here's-
talking about. I'm gonna go on
here's-
BTCC and look it up real quick.
Here's one thing to remember in regards to some of the market trends to follow. H bar is always going to be half of XLM until it takes off in one segment. And then a portion of XLM, if you do the math on it, is half and a quarter of what XRP is at.
Okay.
Because the person that made XRP made XLM and knows and correlates with individuals that made H bar. That's the reason why, if you notice, they all move kind of in congruence together. Except for when they're doing their own little private stuff and everything else. But if you actually look at that part of the price of what XLM is and what the price of H bar is, they're literally half.
Okay.
But
So
yeah,
I'm on XR. I'm on Coinbase looking at XRP to the US dollar right now. And it's got the candlestick. So I'm gonna let me see. That's 4 hours. Let me go out to 3 months. And I'm looking at the chart of 3 months. If I had to say, it looks like the support has been XRP. It looks like the support has been at about, I want to say it's been at about $2.03. And the resistance, it broke through resistance already, because we already said that shit's been going up like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right now it's sitting at about, resistance has been sitting at about the last month. No, I'll say this whole month. Let me see. Let me go July. So it broke through. It broke through really good. It broke above 260 about around looks like about July 10th.
Yep.
So if you go, and then it kept going up. And if you look at the candlestick, all the candlesticks, like if you could look at one where it hit like a downtrend on the 15th, but it was that downtrend candlestick was covered up by another candlestick, was big as fuck, and then it went up again, had another small candles down bullish candlestick, and it actually didn't go back, it went down and went back up again, and now it just hit a really big drop. But I'm looking at the candlesticks now from the 3 month mark. I wouldn't do it by this. I go by 6 minutes. 6 months. I go by the whole hour. I go by an hour of day trading. But but looking at it, I wouldn't day trade XRP. I'd long option.
Yeah, that's why I was saying look at the 6
But
months.
if you
that way
was,
you can see what it's been sitting at the half mark for long holding and stuff like that. But for day
it just
trading,
broke
I
through
look
it.
at like
The resistance a long time ago was like $3.22. That was back in January. It broke that shit. What's this? July.
Yeah, it went up to a certain point and then it dropped. And then I'm a put people on game for this shit. When it drops like that, that's because some individuals had did some major selling, but also mind you, all the ETFs and other, because like there's 18 different ETFs that's lined up for XRP. So anytime there's a significant drop like that, it's so that way the institutions can buy up a bunch of that shit.
It's about to drop again. It's about to drop
Retail
again.
investors,
Drop it now.
there's not enough retail investors to go ahead and pour money into it like that. So when it like fucking spikes like fucking crazy, It's because institutions have went ahead and put their monies into it. They went ahead
It
and been
spiked at
able to buy
120.
some stuff.
It spiked really good at about one. It spiked really good at about, what was it, about 124 tonight. And now it's coming back down. If I felt like day trading this bitch for the rest of like 2-3 hours, I'd wait till this bitch come back down to like 321. But right now it's hovering at about 322 right now. It's hovering at 322.61. It just had this is a bearish candle it's on right now. But the candle that was before, it was a bullish candle, but the bullish candle was the same size as the the bearish candle was the same as the bullish candle, but the wick at the bottom of that candle was lower than the wick at the bottom of the bearish candle.
Was it like
the bullish candle? Excuse me.
Put your cruiser over it. What was the?
No, I'm gonna show. I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna go ahead and show it. Here we go.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask, what was
right
the
here? Right here.
previous low?
Look at this. Look at this. You see these two candles right here?
Yeah. What's
look at the candle before it? Look at this candle.
Okay.
That candle right there shows me it's gonna fucking drop.
322.
And it's look. You see this right here? You see this hammer right here, don't you?
Yeah. What's that?
Look at the volume of that
what's
hammer.
At the very tip of that hammer, though. At the very bottom tip of the hammer.
The bottom tip of the hammer is 322.
No, go over. The other one's the hammer.
The bottom tip of that big.
No, the one,
the green hammer.
The red one is the hammer, dog.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let me go to the top.
No. The very tip at the bottom of it, the very lower the line is. Okay. So
yeah,
that's
322.
322. The other one's going up. Now is where it at.
It's engulfing. You see that you see the bearish. I got it on the hour. You see, no, I'm sorry, I got it on. I got it on 1 hour.
It shows 1 minute time frame up there, bro.
Where?
At your top.
Oh yeah, I got it on 1 minute. My bad.
What's the 15?
Huh? What's it? The 15 minute?
Yeah. What's at the 15 minute? Damn it, I got fucking hiccups.
15 minute. Look at the 15 minute. Look at this damn big ass fucking bullish candle. That shit gonna go back up. It's gonna go back up.
3. What? Okay. On the next red, what is that? What's the very top of the red one to your left? Nah, go
top of this red
over
hammer.
to your left.
This,
yeah,
talking about this wick, this graveyard.
The
graveyard,
wick,
isn't it?
that one. Yeah. What's the other wick next to it to the left?
That's a hammer.
Yeah. What's the top of it?
Top wicks, guys. Top wicks represent buyers.
322.
Buyers action. So you see it's 322.05. That's buyers.
Right. I'm trying to point out something to you, because if you notice that one, and if you go all the way to the left and you notice that same green wick has the same plus one atop.
That was the resistance. That was the resistance, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the resistance level was at 322. So
look at the support down here, folks. Look at the support down here, folks. If you wanted to, you put a long put in, and that would be where your sell mark. You see this shit? That's the one where you don't want to go under. I would probably, if I was long putting, I would probably put my for sale mark. I would probably, so I wouldn't lose too much money. I would probably put it somewhere around here. Because look at this. Look at this. What do they call that again? Right here. You see where I put my
wave.
You see that shit?
And that's it. Wave, head and shoulders feature that you can see there.
Head and shoulders.
Yeah, you can see the market trend to where it was going.
I would put my
down
shit probably about right
where it spiked up. Cause
you see that? It's 317 where I put my shit. I wouldn't want to go below 317.
Yeah, because you can see where it was getting ready to go up, and then you can see where there was a minor retracement that happened, and then you can see where it was put within the area to go back up again. But you can
right here
see where that downtrend was starting to happen and stuff like that. Though, nah, not right there, bro. That's
no. I was saying I would put my stop loss. That's what I meant to say. Stop loss. I put my stop loss about like 318. But I mean, if I came in right now, right now it's sitting at, what is it sitting at? It's sitting at 323. No, 323. See? 323 right right there.
Well, that's the open.
That's open. Okay, so high is 323. So high 23.
The low is 222, and the current is 320. 322. Nope, it's going up now.
But look, you see, no. Look where I got my pointer at. Look where I got my pointer at.
Right, but it's
see that.
Right
see
now,
that wick?
Yeah.
If I bought in right now, I would put my stop loss right about here. Or no. I put my stop loss right here where you said that resistance level was. I put my stop loss at 322. Or a little above it. I might put my stop loss at 322.
About to hit at 324. So I put in trade, let that bitch go up to 325 on a long play just to see where it's going, because it's going up on the 15-minute.
What would you put your stop loss at? What would you put your stop loss at?
325.20. Because
you would?
Because of the point interest systems, bro. I'm looking at the number sequence and looking to see what happened in the charts. Remember that PDF that I had put inside of the thing, so that way that's the institutional plays, bro. That's why I put that PDF in there, so we can know how the institutions move. So we're looking.
So you would come in now and put a long put.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me see where
I would have did it earlier when it was in the red. Right now, it's not at the
in
portion
the green.
of where
It's better to go in when to come and enter in when it's bullish.
Yeah,
it's better to enter in when it's bearish.
It's better to do a long play when you notice to where that bearish signal is on the reversal, such as that hammer, and then that long green candle. I would have started to go ahead and put it in there. The moment I would have seen that hammer happen,
that's when you would have bought in.
Yep.
And you would have put your long put right there, and you would have put your stop loss at 325.20. 325.20. I got you.
Yeah, so that way I would have had it within that.
That's like what I would have put. What you would have put? I would have put what, about $200-300 in?
Because remember, I'm gonna say this about that point interest system. Remember, the PIP system goes by the quarters, and those quarters are by 250, which would equal up to 1,000, right? So if you take 250 and you remove the zero, what number is that?
Do I not say that again?
If you take 250, because 250, that's 500, another 250, that's 750, another 250, that's 1,000. So with the number that I told you, which was 325.25, is where I'll put my stop loss at, right? So if 250 and I take away the zero, that's 25. 325. 25 point interest system for the first area of point interest. So that way, once it hits that's my stop loss. I would take my profits, and then from there, you're going to see a little drop, and then I would wait and see about it going towards the next point interest system, which would be at 350.
Okay.
Then from there, 375. Then from there, $4 for the whole sequence numbers of where I'm going to. And then I'm looking at those price interest points for those number sequence, because right now it's at what? 323.74. Notice it's bouncing between that. Now it's down to 323.50, 323.65. Notice that point interest to where it's trying to break up to the next one. So once it hits the 25 point, that's the next area. And it just broke through what? Because okay, let's look at this chart real quick. If we really look at it, where it was.
By the way, I just did that. I just took some fucking USDC that I had, just a little bit, just anywhere a bit, just to fuck with it, and I put in a stop price at 3.2420, and I put a limit price in at 3.22.
Because if we really want to look at the number sequence of it, let's look at the chart, because like how you got it in a sequence of 2. So you got it on 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and 22, right? So if we look at the chart, we take those same numbers and we look at the chart. Let's look to see where things held those numbers at and where they dropped at. The one sequence, like let's look at the highest, well, not necessarily the highest candle, but let's look at the next to the highest candle.
Right
The
here?
top. Yeah, that one. So go down a little bit. Okay. So that number sequence, when we look at the top point, what number is that?
3.2198.
Right, which is right above the first solid level, which is 320.
Uh-huh.
So when we look below there, the next solid sequence, which would be 318, the other one that was below then was 314. So basically from 314, if we look at that lowest green candle where it turned into a hammer from
Right
where
here?
it was at the bottom. Now we're gonna
The
go
low,
down
this
to the
this green hammer right here.
no, you was on the right one, but I'm looking at the stretch. Go
This right
over
here.
to your left. Go to your left again. Go to the green candle that's to the right. Go over one more to that other green
Oh,
candle.
that.
Yeah, that one.
Oh,
Now
yeah. When you
at
see that shit there,
the very tip of
is that a
that
graveyard?
Yeah, that's a graveyard. But let's look at the green one. That
Right here.
that one. Yeah, look at the tip at the very bottom of it. We want to look at that line because that line. There we go.
That's 313. I
That
think it's like
line.
313.
Nah, go.
Yeah,
It's sitting at 314. If you actually go up and touch it.
I'm touching it.
No, you're still down below it a little bit.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, see, it's sitting at 314 flat. So if we look at 314, which was that key level, and then if we look at the next green candle, that next green line is up to the tip of that green candle. That's at what resistance level? 317.
Mm-hmm.
Basically 318 if we round it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it went from 314 to 318. Notice the whole number sequence that it went up 2 decimals.
Mm-hmm.
It went up twice, 1,000 points.
And that was in about 30 minutes?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You see
And
how much
now
you make in 30 minutes, people?
Yep.
Multiply that by how much you put in.
Mm-hmm.
So you
So,
put
I mean,
so
you
that's
got
what you went up
$1,000.
10 cent, right, in 30 minutes.
And
Pretty much, right?
Yeah.
And the price was at what now? Is at 314, right?
Yeah. 314. Then it went from 314 to 316, then 318. And now it's up to it's fighting in between the 323 and 325 area because they're trying to keep the prices down a little bit, but I still would have put in my long
You would have got
my long price.
159 coins for $500.
Yep.
Okay. So if you would have put $500 in at $3.14, right?
Wait. Look, I pause real quick.
Mm-hmm.
You get how many coins for $500 now?
So the price is $3.14. Let's say that, right?
Uh-huh. I want to prove something.
All right, so 500 divided by 3.14, right? 3.14, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's 159.23566878898 coins.
Okay, pause. Do the same thing and just do 0.50.
0.50.
Mm-hmm.
So 500 divided by 0.50.
Mm-hmm.
1,000 coins.
So you get how many coins for 50 cents?
500.
$500 at 50 cents will give you how many coins?
250.
You will never get that many coins ever again at that price.
No, it ain't going down below that no more.
Yeah, so that's the reason why I'm saying for people in regards to for the long plays and the hold some, you get your bag, of course, that you want to utilize for day trading if you want to get into that. But overall, you hold that shit because mind you, Same asset that we're talking about now, that we're looking at the charts, is $3. That's, fighting for its life at that price. It used to be 5 cents. It used to be, but not even 5 cents. It used to be below a penny, then 5 cents. Now look at the price of what it is now with exponential growth, and now the world is getting ready to run on this. So be mindful about how quick that y'all need some money to sell this. I wouldn't do that. This is your long bag, and you can do it if you want to. Like I said, it's not financial advice, but just words to the wise. And like I said, if you see what I see and where things are going, and with this news of what's being provided for you and everything else for asset wise, I wouldn't sell that shit. I just continuously accumulate, because right now it's on a really good discount. But you gotta get your bag to trade with it, or everything else. But I wouldn't sell this shit for nothing. Not right now. Not right now. But here, let me finish up with this HBAR news, and then we can go back to that if you want to after the other subject as well too. But Hedera HBAR's token surged nearly 12% on Friday, climbing to 26 cents, and outperforming every other top 20 cryptocurrency by daily percentage gain, according to CoinDesk data. The rally followed an announcement by popular trading platform Robinhood that it had added support for the asset, increasing its exposure to a broad base of U.S. retail investors. Just mind you, before Robinhood got to it, and that whole crowd that's been, waiting to get the asset and have it and everything else, we've been privy to get it on Coinbase and on Crypto.com and on Kraken. Everybody else. Now that extra bit of money that's coming in, that's giving us an additional boost to price on the backs of what we already have, besides what we're continuously accumulating. Oh, also an Uphold as well too. I definitely have to represent Uphold, because Uphold is one of those exchanges that I definitely like utilizing and everything else too. So make sure that you have the multiple exchanges. That way you're diversifying and you're taking advantage of their perks and other stuff like that. So that way you have a multitude of perks at your availability. So if not one thing that you want to use, you can be like, I want to use Crypto.com today. I want to use the Coinbase card today, or I want to use my Kraken card, or I can use what I have from my Ledger account from over here. So there's a diversification of what you're able to have, especially because that's what billionaires have anyway.
Right.
Let me get back to this. The listing sent HBAR trading volume sharply higher with a midday breakout around 12 o'clock UTC on July 25th, pushing prices through the 26-cent mark amid more than 713 million tokens traded in a single hour. Let me repeat that again to you again. 713 million tokens traded in a single hour. That move established the 26-cent zone as near-term resistance though the token continued to show strong upward momentum into Saturday. Hedera, unlike traditional blockchains, operates on a unique hash graph consistence model that allows for high-speed, low-cost transactions at scale. It is designed to support decentralized applications, NFTs, and DeFis, and is widely known for its energy efficiency. The network's native token, HBAR, is used to pay for network services, stake for security, and incentivize node participation. One analyst believes HBAR could have more room to run. On Friday, crypto analyst Chart Nerd said on X that HBAR could be setting up for a major move higher, but only if it clears key technical hurdles. Specifically, he pointed to a resistance level near 35 cents, which he said aligns with something called the super trend indicator, a commonly used tool that helps traders identify when an asset may switch from a downtrend to an uptrend. According to Chart Nerd, if H-bar can close above the level with strong momentum, the token could enter traders call price discovery, a stage where there are no prior highs to access barriers. He cited Fibonacci extension levels, which are often used to estimate future price targets during strong uptrends, suggests that H-bar could potentially rise to $1.26 or even $3.30 in a bullish scenario. Technical analysis highlights. According to CoinDesk Research Technical Analysis Data Model, H-bar rose from 24 cents to 27 cents over the 24-hour period ending July 26 at 6 p.m. UTC, gaining nearly 12% on that day. That's when I put in that long plan. I made some money in, baby. The sharpest move happened around midday Friday when a large spike in trading volume pushed prices above 26 cents. After hitting that level, the token briefly pulled back, suggesting that 26 cents may act as a short-term ceiling. That's when a retracement happened. Support held firm around 24 cents, with buying activity building steadily through the day and forming a clear upward trend. Traders are now watching for a possible move above 27 cents, which that happened because you said it's around 30 cents now, which could signal further gains toward into the weekend. Ooh, this is going to be good shit. Also, with XLM news, switching over now. Stellar is experiencing increased price action and trading volume, driven the upcoming Protocol 23 upgrade on the Soraband platform. The upgrade, which will be voted in August, aims to enhance transaction execution and state management on the platform. XLM has seen significant price surge, breaking a multi-month descending channel and potentially signaling a trend reversal. So, key updates and factors. Protocol 23, the upcoming upgrade on the Soraband platform, is a major catalyst for the current price rally. Breakout from the downtrend. XLM has broken above long-standing downtrend line, triggering an impulse rally and attracting buyers. Bullish tactics. Analysts point to bullish technical indicators, including the potential golden cross formation, which historically precedes significant price increases. Real-world applications. Stellar is seeing increased adoption in areas like cross-border payments, payroll, and asset tokenization, further boosting investor confidence. Institutional interest. New hires at Stellar and partnerships like the one with Franklin Templeton are attracting institutional investors. Keep telling you, once the institutionals pour their fucking money in, man. Price targets. Some analysts are projecting XLM to reach 68 cents or even $1.29 if the current momentum continues. Potentials for correction. Overbought conditions indicate that the relative strength index suggests that possibility of a short-term pullback or profit taking before future prices increase. In summary, Stellar XLM is experiencing a surge in price and trading activity due to the upcoming Protocol 23 upgrade and positive developments in its ecosystem. While the current price action is bullish, investors should be aware of a potential short-term corrections. AKA, you're going to see a price increase for just a little bit, and then you're going to see a pullback. So don't fucking freak out if you see that pullback. When you see the pullback, just buy up some more for your long-term bags because it's exponentially going to grow over the long term. Because mind you, you haven't seen a XLM price at 15 cents or 20 cents for a long period of time. Really look at the facts, people. There's some assets to where you haven't seen them being held at a certain price for a long bit unless there's a drastic drop. And after the news of what's been announced, what's been put in the works for the crypto industry, you're not going to see those prices ever again. Just be mindful of that. You definitely will not see those prices at all. And just to give a little bit of a prediction for the next 5 years for XLM, predicting the exact future of value of Stellar XLM Loomis in 5 years is impossible, as it depends on numerous unpredictable factors. So just to let people know about that, if they say, what's your price prediction? That's impossible. However, various sources provide price predictions based on different methodologies and assumptions. These predictions generally suggest a potential significant increase in value, which estimates ranging from 54 cents to $10.84, or even higher by 2030. But here's a more detailed price potential rangings and factors influencing XLM prices. So the short term for 2025 to 2027, predictions vary, with some suggesting ranges between 21 cents to $1.13. Mind you, we've been above that 21% range for a nice big long time. Others predict a slightly lower range of 25 cents to 39 cents, which XLM is currently within that 25 cents to 39 cent range. So other predictions were in regards to 2020 cents is 51 cents to $2.62. Some predict the more conservative range of 62 cents to 74 cents. And when we're looking into 2027, the ranges is from 91 cents to $1.91, or some higher predicting a range of 36 cents to $1.14, just to go ahead and give a little bit of price features for that. But those are the highlights that I just wanted to look at today, which was with Hedera and with XLM. I will gladly look into XRP news at a later time, and I do thank y'all for listening.
Thank you, Dragon, for that. Appreciate you. So we're gonna go back to this. What's up with the women on the T app? Because we're about to get up out of here, folk, for the night. But I've got to go over this. I've got to go over this shit right here. Hold on one moment. All right, so folks, what we got here is, you guys know MTR. I'm a supporter of his channel. Go follow him at mediocre tutorials and reviews, MTR. So we're gonna drop that in the description just in case you guys don't know. Mediocre tutorials and reviews. We're gonna drop that in the description. And you need to follow him. I suggest you follow him. This here is him basically going through the T app, what happened with him. So I don't know. I have not watched this yet. I go by the description. The description says the T app just backfired. That's all I know. There you go.
You the attention that you wanted and add it to your high body count, and then the first given opportunity you want to slander my name? What the fuck is wrong with you, gang? You need serious help. T app, go ahead and make a male version now. I mean now.
And think about the branding of it. It's called the T app. I think that's like women gossiping and shit like that. Like they like the drama. They like the gossip. This shit ain't got nothing to do with protecting women.
Facts.
But baby. All right, guys, you've been hitting me up nonstop to talk about this T app.
If you ask me, man, I think a scammer, whoever that dude is, that Sean Cook, that he may be allegedly a scammer. He said, fuck that shit. I know I can got me and make me a lick. I'm just getting all these dumbass bitches the ability to be able to talk about motherfuckers until they like to do that shit. So might as well just go and develop an app to do this shit, and I'm gonna get all their fucking information. But then again, he'd be stupid to do that because everybody know who he is. So you know what I'm saying.
And after researching it, looking at some videos of the app in action and some screenshots, and I'm going to share all of that with you guys here today. Yeah, I got the inside scoop. I think that this is an appropriate conversation for us to have in this modern dating shit culture as it exists today. obviously I have some key issues that we're going to go over within the confines of this video as to what this app is and then how women are actually utilizing it. First, I wanted to go through the branding that they have on the website because I think that this is very important, right? Because they can advertise as one way to get like interviews on like Dateline, NBC, the Today Show, or wherever the hell else that they've been going recently. But what we find is how the women are utilizing it within their daily lives or their practice is a lot more nefarious in nature. Long story short, one of the ways that women are violent are through reputation destruction, false allegations, and this gives them a platform, an anonymous way to post potential lies, defaming men in order to get back at them. Anyway, let's go through the way that they are currently branding because branding is key. Dating safety tools that protect women. If this is truly what it did, I'd have no problems with this. I think dating safety tools to protect men and women should be something that we have access to. Okay. Now let's go through specifically how they seek to just protect women. Verified green flag men run background checks, identify potential catfishes, verify that he's not an S offender, and check for criminal history. Now, when you look at the different capabilities or features within the particular app, I would say number 5, criminal history, number 4, S offender, and number 2, background checks. That's actually an applicable way to be able to look at, but you don't need this app for that. You can go, and I'm not sponsored. There's like been verified, there's different apps like that that you can utilize in order to check out a person's public history, whether or not that they're an S offender or if they've been to prison. Since this is publicly available information, I think all of those things are green flags. Now, this identify potential catfish, my assumption for this is that they're utilizing some type of AI in order to see where else or what other social media platforms or dating platforms that your image exists. And then they cross-reference the different photos to see how closely aligned that they are. But the real issue that I have with all of this is this. Find verified green flag men. And we're going to get ready to go through it. But there's a system there where you, as an anonymous woman, right, you have to sign up through the app and verify that you're a woman, right, sending identification through. And then you can anonymously write under men's pictures and also say if they are a green flag versus a red flag. But I find it so interesting that they said find verified green flag men as if an anonymous poster online is verified. Is it verified because they verified their identification, or is it verified because what they're saying is damn true? Back in 2008-ish, I know I'm dating myself a little bit, this is when Facebook was rising into prominence. I went to school at Penn State University, so we were one of the first schools that had access to Facebook. They had a development of like apps that could be inserted within it. One of those was called the Honesty Box. You guys remember that? The Honesty Box was interesting because people could anonymously write messages to you that could potentially destroy your self-esteem. But as the user, I would opt in to having the Honesty Box put on my profile. So if I didn't want people to be anonymous or troll me via the internet or send me death threats and shit like that, then I just never had to sign up for the app. But there was a consent here. Within an app like this called the T app, there is no damn consent. You can just have your image, your likeness placed it on this app for those people to run your name through the rug. And because it's anonymous, because you cannot verify the person that is saying the bullshit, it incentivizes an already often emotional component of the populace to seek revenge. And those that we go over week after week that love reputation destruction or false allegations can just easily make shit up about you. And there's profiles up there that women will allege that these men are PDF files, but there's no evidence to the case. Now, if you go down and you look at the branding, of course, they got images of the interracialness, right? It's to mean this is for everybody, demonstrating them in Boss B attire, but avoid red flags. What else? Protect your heart. Yeah. Our safety tools. Okay, just a restatement of above. And then they got this movement shit. Anyway, I want to go over some TikTok reactions real quick, and then we'll dive in deep and to see exactly what the app looks like.
I'm not the
I'm gonna say this. That app looks ugly as shit. The colors and shit. Look at this shit, man. Look at this. That shit is terrible branding wise, man. But then again, it is keeping a feminine like color scheme. So I get that, but God, other than that, man, that shit ugly as shit. Anyway, to the tape.
Scrolling on that T app, or I know you're at home waiting to be accepted. Yo, my bestie called me yesterday. She said, "Bestie, there's this app and they're exposing all the men." I'm like, "Tell me more. Tell me more. I want to know." She's like, "You could post a picture of your man or the old man you used to talk to or a man that you want to talk to, and people will rate them a red flag or a green flag, and there's comments, and everything is anonymous. You could write hella comments and say whatever you could say. Dick was weak. They stink.
Yep.
They have kids.
Whatever they want.
They're dead."
That is fucked up. Like I said before on this broadcast, these modern Western-minded women, they're done for. They're fucking done for. It don't matter if they're white, black, Hispanic, Asian. If you're Western-minded, if you're a modern feminist Western-minded woman, whether you're not a feminist or not, you a cumbrella wearing, frontal wearing, whatever, fake shit, all y'all do the same fucking thing. And all y'all fall under the same fucking category. We ain't talking about all women. We talking about y'all stupid ass. Pachyderm, hyena don, troplodilic, cumbrella wearing, edges gone fucked up, trying to squeeze your feet in some goddamn knockoff Balenciaga. You gotta pay my rent. You gotta give me $1,000 in cash out just to fucking go out with me. Fucking no coffee date going on. You gotta take me to Roof Christopher's fucking date to spend $300-400 on me ass motherfuckers. This is the motherfuckers we talking about. That's what we talking about. Back to the tape. Shit.
They beat on women.
Anonymous.
You can say whatever you want about them, and they can't do anything because they don't have access to the app, because you got to take a picture of yourself to prove that you're a woman. So why I get into the app today, y'all?
Before she gets into the app, now notice the glee on her face as she describes all of this. And I find it so interesting because of all of the topics, content that we have going over this topic of consent, yet the men are not consented to be hosted on these sites. And from a legal perspective, if you're only taking their publicly available pictures, right, the girlfriend might actually send some private photos. And I'm not talking about like nudity photos, but just private photos to utilize that. And there's an issue of consent there. But if they're just taking publicly available pictures for people to add their thoughts, lies, opinions on, or even some facts associated with it, my thing is have the women verify who they are as well. I can only hope, although I would not think that this is the truth, but I can only hope that if someone posts something defamatory in nature and a man can then prove that it's a lie, I can then initiate a ticket to get their legit information, their license, so that I can sue them. Because again, while I think that both genders should be protecting themselves, what I don't like here is the lies.
And I'm not thinking that it's like real. You know, like I'm thinking like, oh yeah, they're gonna expose people, but I don't think I'm gonna be knowing any of the people that's on there, right? So I get in, I'm scrolling, I don't see nobody I know, right? I don't see nobody. And I scroll a little bit more. Thank God my man ain't on there. Thank God my man ain't on there. But I did see his friend though. But yo, I seen people that not only that I'm friends with, but that I be seeing at the parties, that I be with at the parties, chilling with at the parties. I see people I know from the Bay, from Sacramento. I'm seeing all types of people. I'm looking at them like, clutching my pearls. They saying they giving out STDs and they burning everybody. They said they got 2 kids. I seen this one guy that I know. They say he got 2 kids and he's a deadbeat. And I didn't even know he had no kids. And I've known him for 6 years. Are they saying people stink? Some of the people I know, breath stink.
You know what this remind me of, Dragon?
What's that?
I was in, and I used to go to HBCU. Shout out Fort Valley State University, baby. Wildcats. What's up? I used to play college football with them. We had something, man. You know, before Facebook came out. This was 1994 to 1999. I went to this college, and dude, if Facebook came out like right after that, you know, that's all good because I was like, dang, I get to stay in touch with everybody over the college with. We used to have this shit called BDRs on campus, and basically, women would post on signs or just talk about you, you know, and gossip. If you gave that's a bad dick report, is what it is.
Right.
So basically, if you had sex with a chick and that shit was garbage, or your ass got a little willy, or you gave him something or whatever else, that shit got around. And sometimes if it was really serious, they put a poster of your ass at the student center. Like somebody would take like go on goddamn Microsoft and goddamn make a goddamn flyer, my nigga. That shit happened. Oh, and then by word of mouth, I had frat brothers that was like, "Oh, that nigga got a little dick." That's what bitches be talking about on this shit. That's what this shit remind me of, bro. That's what this shit remind me of, dog. Like this, we had this one football player, that motherfucker was no homo. That nigga was hung like a horse. I ain't never seen shit. However, that wasn't a BDR, that was a GDR, nigga. So they basically touted him out. Them women knew all about that nigga, but they also knew that nigga was beating chicks. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's go.
Dick weak, cornballs. Someone ever they say, oh yeah, he got a big dick. Oh, I just cracked that. Oh, this is my man. So if you about to die about him, then like it's girls that mess with the same man arguing and beefing in the comments of the man.
Yeah, and think about the branding of it. It's called the T app. It's not called the Protect Women on Dating app, right? Like it's called the T. When you ship T.
That's what's funny to me. The dude that invented this shit said what the app was for. But then you going on and gonna name that shit the T app.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here.
I mean, for real, seriously, like, dude, you just tell him what the fuck the shit for them chicks to get on here, and he marketed that shit as a way for them to be protected, but he knew what the fuck he was doing.
Yep.
Naming that shit T app, he knew what the fuck he was doing. Come on.
It was also on a public thing. That's why I was also on a whole bunch of other shit too. So that way he knew what the fuck the motherfuckers was going to do. Boy, y'all some dummies.
Dummies.
Fucking dummies.
Dummies, dog.
Goddamn dummies. That's fucking hilarious.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
Y'all so worried about who's messing with what and what's doing who, but y'all all fucking the same motherfuckers anyway. So what's the fucking point of difference? Y'all are legit screwing the same people. Literally.
Exactly. So basically what the app is doing is this.
That's funny.
Breaking the law. I'm not trying to get out of no trouble. That's what a snitch do. A snitch is telling to wiggle out or something. I'm just telling. No reward. No, nothing. I just want to put a nigga ass in jail, nigga.
That's what it's doing.
Right, like I think that's like women gossiping and shit like that. Like they like the drama, they like the gossip. This shit ain't got nothing to do with protecting women, baby.
Like, I didn't think I was going to see that many people that I knew on there. And I'm so glad that if they make a girl T app, I will be just fine. Okay. I'm loyal to my man, and I've been loyal to all my men. And I talked to one man at one time, and I love him wholeheartedly, and nobody can get on there and say anything
it got canceled
about me. The only comments going to be hella green flags say she sucked good as hell. That's all you can say about me. But yeah, y'all go download the app, and hopefully.
What'd you say, Dragon?
I said they sure did cancel the man version of the app because I was looking for it, and they took that bitch down because then women was like, no.
When was the man version of the app?
Hey, he took it down like just a couple of weeks. Last week actually is when it was.
Oh, you serious?
I'm dead fucking serious. They just took down that motherfucking app because I was looking for it because I went on to the Instagram page to where the dude was creating it, And he even put it on there. I had to take that bitch down. It's like, ain't this a bitch?
Damn, that's fucked up. Well, ladies, y'all know what this app really was doing, right? Y'all was doing this.
It's fucking each other over is what they were doing. Boy, this is that. You know what? That just reaffirms and reassures us, the actual men that aren't in shit and don't do anything, to just continue doing what we're doing, get our passports, and leave it be. Because ain't no fucking way.
Yeah, it's just confirmation, man. I'm chilling. You know, I'm just chilling.
I'm good.
I'm just focused on what I gotta do. I'm trying to get into this shit, get my career changed. Ain't nobody around here messing around with y'all. Y'all can do what y'all do, man.
I do what y'all do. Do it good.
I'm chilling.
Wear what you want. Everything else, somebody
What
give
you
a
want,
fuck.
what you do. I don't care what you do. I ain't trying to fix nothing. I'm not trying to fix a goddamn thing. I'm worried about me and mine. Let's do what we do.
And we will ignore you in the streets too, so that you ain't got to worry about. Because more and more men are starting to do that, thankfully. And I will tell men, look, they have a problem with motherfuckers looking at them except for who they like, and they will let that motherfucker be known that they like them. So just treat them like they don't exist, unless they're hell bent on making sure that you know they exist. Outside of that, leave that fuck alone. That way, there's no problems, no issues, no all. Can't say a motherfucking thing if a motherfucker do not exist. You can't say shit. Nothing.
Exactly, dog.
That's true.
Exactly.
Thing was all fun and games until I seen my little shit on that T app. Y'all can keep that. He ate fists for breakfast. And what's so crazy is I did not get
Hold on. He did what for breakfast? Now I understand. I understand. Yeah. I understand your frustration. Of course, yes, he deserved all that shit. But to go and say and just snitched on yourself and said you committed goddamn DV. You just committed DV, bitch. Oh, you stupid. You stupid as shit. Back to the tape.
accepted for 3 days. The day I get accepted, I'm with this nigga. Is this a sign? And then mind you, I'm not the one that posted about my little shit. So who's more worried about my little shit than I am? Bitch, you want
You know what? I just realized, man, she is disrespectful as fuck.
Yeah, she ghetto. You can tell and look at it. She ghetto.
Why the hell you calling your man your little shit? That's disrespectful right there. You think I'm she probably called him to his face, you my little shit. Like, that don't sound like you got a dude that's protective. He's little shit. He can't be shit if he little like that.
Nope.
Little shit. You sound like you got a daggum little person, that you dress up like a kid in Tommy Hilfiger and you you pick them up and put them on your hip or some shit at the mall.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? While you wait for the train to come around so we can go have this little ride in the train with the other kids. That doesn't sound like your ass got.
It really do.
Little shit.
want to know the tea before I do? Oh, keep on.
Attention all men. You need to be careful. There is now a T app. Apparently, this app right here, the T dating app, is for
I'm
women
not worried about it
trying
because
to avoid dating red
with
flags and
overseas anyway.
Yeah. They, who got to worry about it.
Yep.
Pookie, Ray Rays.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no Chads on there.
They'll be all right.
Pookies and Ray Rays.
men. By posting men in that area that they live in, they might put some red flags, but sometimes they're just making up lies. One of my biggest fears is to end up on this app. I'm no stranger to women in my area, and then some. More, actually. So I just hope I'm not put on here.
This nigga
that's the wrong thing to do, bro.
With this goddamn bonnet on. We should have known something anyway, but the nigga got a bonnet on.
Yup.
Take that shit out, man. Take that shit off, bro. What the hell are you doing? Like, really? Like, this, that don't make I can't stand that shit, man.
I can't either. That's
I
annoying.
can't stand that shit, man. I cannot stand that. Boy, look here. That jank, man. That gets on my nerves, man.
Yeah.
It really does. It's you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I know exactly what you're saying, bro.
Could you hear that?
Mm-mm.
You didn't hear that?
No, I didn't hear it, but I know what you're saying.
That jank crazy, man. But anyway, man, let's go back to the tape
here, and they're defaming my character. Look, I'm gonna come clean. I've done a lot of shit. It wasn't
This
bad.
motherfucker.
Everything was consensual, but dude, I
Every
can't have this.
man,
I
come
can't have this
on,
going
bro.
on.
You fucking yourself, dog.
This generation, man, just likes to motherfucking tell on themselves.
Sure the fuck do.
I wouldn't even make no fucking post. What the fuck? I mean, shit. I also wouldn't have put that fucking bonnet on my fucking head. You know what I'm saying? Damn, if you just put a lock sock on, this motherfucker probably ain't got shit but a goddamn, regular goddamn temp fade and got a fucking bonnet on it. Man, get the fuck on.
I don't think I was on there. I tried to infiltrate this app and really sign in to look up my area, see if I got put on there. I couldn't. They had a verification where you take a picture, you take a selfie to confirm if you're a woman or not using the app. And
I got
obviously
you
I couldn't
guys.
take a picture. I was like, damn, this is top-notch security. I can't get past this. But until I move, I'm in a small town, so I'm assuming I'm good. I'm pretty low profile. I should be okay. It's just like, damn, I can admit I've had a lot of lore. So much so it got into conflicting friend groups, and that's how my first car got
Man,
keyed.
if you gotta worry
If you
about
want-
being on that, you doing some dirty shit,
Did
dog.
you hear what he said? Did you hear what he
No.
said?
Say it again.
Listen.
I move, I'm in a small town, so I'm assuming I'm good. I'm pretty low profile. I should be okay. It's just like, damn, I can admit I've had a lot of lore. So much so it got into conflicting friend groups, and that's how my first car got keyed.
What?
You hear that shit? Yeah, man.
Oh,
It's like that, man.
ain't no fucking way.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I know, right? I've never had that shit ever happen to me, dude. I've never had no brick on through my window of my car key. Only thing that happened to me is I had a chick that was delusional that I used to mess with, my nigga, that just I don't know what the fuck was wrong with her. She tried to hit me with her car. But that's all right, man. That shit only she tried once, missed, and went the fuck on. But it's all good. But that's the only thing that's ever had happen to me, man. I ain't even had no chick even slap me. I had a chick punch me in my stomach once, and then I suplexed her ass on the bed, but that's why I told her, I said, don't hit me. And I don't hit women, but I suplexed her ass on the bed. Notice I said bed. I belly to belly her ass right on the fucking bed. That shit didn't hurt. But her hand was in the wrong position. I think her thumb went back, put a little ice on that bitch. That shit was straight. Anyway, let's go.
If you want that story time, let me know. But imagine all the hoes that you've ever had just posting pictures about you and just going in on
I ain't gotta worry
That was
about
when I was much younger, by the way, folks. I'm almost 50. That I do not even deal with drama in my life anymore. It's all peace on this side.
With no
and
consequences.
just making shit up. We as men need
No
to
accountability.
unite to take this app down. I don't like the vibes of this. This is not okay. Why not be
What's funny about this as well is that I didn't know anything about this. Like I saw people commenting to me, yo, MTR, when you gonna start talking about the T app? And I'm like, what the type of T app? What the hell? It wasn't until one of my best friends hit me up like, yo, have you seen this app? They got any name, two of our other mutual friends. They got them brothers up there and they dragging them for filth. I said, wait, what? Like, you serious? So it's like that Facebook group from all of them years ago, but now they got a whole app dedicated. How did this make it beyond the damn app store requirements? And it makes sense because you get up on the website and it's clean. But then you actually look into the app and it's just a breeding ground for women who just like to shit on men. By the way, they did create a male version of the T app and it got taken down in less than 24 hours. But I might do a separate video on that. So stay tuned for that.
When men sense a red flag in a woman, they either stay.
I mean, they was like, no. They said absolutely not.
Well, they said we live in a patriarchal society.
Man,
that damn show don't prove that, do it?
Nope, sure don't.
Damn sure don't prove equality, do it. Y'all got able to do it, but we can't. It's double standards all over the map, man. Just have to accept shit how it is. Gotta accept shit how it is. It's double standards. Yeah, we can fucking anybody we want plenty of times and not be considered a hoe. Considered a hoe monger. And then women do it the same thing we do, they consider a hoe. I mean, it is what it is. It's double standards, bro. Here it is. You can have an app doing all this shit. Men can't do that shit.
Nope.
I mean, shit, there it is. There's one double standard right now. In real life, right there, folks.
They leave. Sometimes most of them thug it out, I ain't gonna lie. But we find out on our own. It's getting scary out here.
Oh shit, man. They got me on the TF. Dean went back and forth since March. Things have been going well.
20 red flags.
He just pretty secretive with his phone, but I fuck with him. I just want to know the T. Bitch, you should have asked me. I would have just told you myself. The picture this bitch shows. This shit is from 2021 of my tag photos, bro. I wouldn't even show this shit to my mother. 23 green flags, 20 red flags, 29 comments. We gonna see what they talking about. All right, first comment. He's easy. Emphasis on easy. If I'm easy, what does that make you? All right, second comment. Are you actually attracted to that? It's funny. I can't even be mad at that. 36 likes. Attraction is subjective. I think I'm handsome, so that's all that matters. But I already fuck with dark skin joints, brown skin joints, light skin joints, Asian joints, white joints, Hispanic joints. So I think I'm doing cool in that department.
This lame ass nigga.
Shut up. He's funny as fuck, but that's all he's good for. Easy as fuck. Not a complete eyesore, but he's champ. This is my favorite comment. Maybe I am a little champ on myself on the internet, so who knows? But go ahead, check out my YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Look at all the comments, likes, and views. People be fucking with me. When I'm in person too, they fuck with me heavy. So I don't know. I can't tell that I'm champ. Don't worry, I got a couple good comments in there. He said I've been around him and he's a really cool person. He seems really genuine. Y'all are haters. He's just cool as fuck. He's actually a really good guy. Don't listen to these bitches. He's cool. I went to high school with him. Nothing bad to say. He is very funny. Y'all are attracted to anything. Damn, why you gotta ruin the next page? He's honestly a good guy. And he's actually funny and respectful.
Looking ass motherfucker.
Hey, yeah. Why you gotta ruin it, looking ass nigga?
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
He's cool. Known him since middle school. Not creepy as far as I know. Champ. But I mean, only because he's not a street nigga. If you're into that type of thing, whatever. He's so cool. I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm not even mad at it. It's kind of funny to me. But truthfully, like anywhere I go, niggas and women fuck with me. So maybe I am champ and hit, but damn. Shit, the way they treat me, I couldn't tell.
Why did you go? Yo, dating is so damn dead. I mean, I get running background checks on people, and I think both men and women should be doing background checks on each other as well as credit history checks as well. But we already know we could look at public examples of false allegations, reputation destructions. Do y'all really think that anonymously there's not going to be the same thing on this app? So how do you know that they just not throwing piss in the water because they want the men that they don't want you to have? Shit, we talk about so often these women that leave relationships talking about he's a narcissist. Meanwhile, she didn't even know what the goddamn word is. It's just her surface level IQ buzzword in order to try to describe selfishness. Let's listen to one more.
Garfield brain shotties, hop on a T app, start lying on dudes you know got videos and proof of you getting cracked by the team at B&Bs. Why would you lie and talk on dudes that you know you were secretly meeting up with when you had a man? Now you all over Reddit for your boyfriend, baby daddies, and family to see. They uploading text proof and photo proof. Now y'all don't want to argue no more. Nah, Kiki, tell them how my boy ran that train on you and you engaged. You want to talk about how you and your homegirls lied and all y'all came to the B&B and got crushed. Y'all really cooked yourselves with this one. A shawty just got herself exposed for getting cracked by the whole city because you want to hop in the comments and say, oh yeah, he get around. No, come to find out you get around and your baby daddy don't even know. Who put their baby on the floor so they could get cracked on the bed?
Damn.
Ooh, boy. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, dog.
That's why they took that fucking man. That's why they took the guys down.
Yeah. Hey, I ain't gonna.
That's why they took it down because they already knew it.
I ain't gonna lie. That right there, what he just said, just remind me of some old school shit I went through when I was like 22, 21. Hey, I'm telling you, man, I cracked this chick back in the hotel room, man. She brought both her kids with her.
Say
what?
I already know, bro. They
would sleep. We let them go to sleep and then crack that.
Yep. I already know.
I was like, back then I wasn't giving a fuck. But if I would have been, that wouldn't have been me now. I've been like, no, shut, I ain't fucking with you. Hell no. Get out my face. Anyway, let's go back.
God
damn. Yo, BD ain't know about that. Hey, just know, God forbid, let this shit hit Florida. It's not gonna be a good day, bro. You see, Florida shawty staying out of this. They know it's not gonna be a good day in Florida. Then y'all forget these dude got homegirls that's gonna show them all y'all photos and what y'all saying about them on the app.
My nigga, how the fuck did I get on the
Take these goddamn bonnets off.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
They
Please
really wonder
take these
how
bonnets off,
to
man.
get on the app. You see how you look, right?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this, dog. I already know who on the app. Any bonnet wearing ass. It's Simps on the app. It's Pookie's on the app, and it's Ray Ray's on the app. That's who it is.
Yep.
And you know, some dudes that probably date a whole bunch, you might get a couple of regular dudes that just date a whole bunch. They just keep it real and whatever. You know, they knocking them down, but they telling them right away, you know, they tell them the truth up front. But it's probably a majority of Pookie's, Ray Ray's, fucking Simps now. I bet you the dude from my job on that bitch. Oh, please get a date with this nigga. He'll pay your fucking rent. This nigga took me to Africa on the first date. This dude took me to Chateau Elan on the first date. He ain't shit though, cause he's really boring and shit. So you can get some money up out of him though. I can just imagine the comments, dog.
The T app? I used to work with him. He gave me gay vibes. What? I only worked one job with females.
I mean, you do have a bonnet on your fucking head. And not only do you have a bonnet on your head, you got a fucking burgundy bonnet on your head, bitch.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
I mean, if you're going to put a bonnet, let that bitch be black, dark gray, blue. Bitch, you might well put a damn pink bonnet on, nigga. You might as well have shit. Anyway, back to the tape.
Bro.
Ridiculousness of this app aside, it is worrisome to me that these young men are wearing bonnets, questioning their sexuality. It's quite ironic. I find this perplexing at best, idiotic at worst. Let's go.
And I was at Olive Garden when I was a server. And the reason why I didn't fuck with none of y'all is because y'all was already fucking all the niggas on the job. Peep this. The niggas already told me, showed me text proof on who the fuck was already getting cracked. There was nobody at the Olive Garden that wasn't getting cracked on Camp Creek Parkway. Yes.
Oh, this shit is in Atlanta. Frank, if I was a Pookie right now and I heard Camp Creek Parkway, Olive Garden, I'm going there tomorrow and sitting at the bar. And I'm going to have me a couple of beers and flirt my ass off. And it's going to be... This Negro just told these dudes where to go crack these backs in Atlanta, GA, baby. He just told.
Sure did.
Dude, that's 25 minutes from where I'm at right now. Seriously, it's literally 25 minutes away, maybe 30 at the most. Straight down. All I gotta do is get on I-20, go straight I-20 eastbound, hit goddamn Thornton Road, go straight down Thornton Road, or I can go I-20 eastbound, hit 285 south, and get on goddamn Camp Creek Parkway, take that right. Go down to the Marketplace Boulevard, go up in there, hit that goddamn what that shit called, a roundabout.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm there. Shit, what the fuck, man?
I set the motherfucking location and I know who the fuck did that shit. So you mad I have self-respect? You mad that I didn't give you the attention that you wanted and added to your high body count? And then the first given opportunity, you want to slander my name? What the fuck is wrong with you, gang? You need serious help. T-App, go ahead and make a male version. Now. I mean now.
To that T for defamation. Defamation of character. Yo, is out of pocket.
Why is y'all lying on me and playing with me? Y'all bullying me at this point. I don't bother nobody. Y'all dumbass bitches. I can't even dish y'all. I can't even make no song about y'all or nothing because I don't know who the is trolling me. Y'all dumbass bitches. So I'm gonna just say fuck all y'all. That's why y'all pussies on Telegram now. Ugly. Fuck you talking about. I hate y'all. Y'all dumbass bitches. Fuck. Now I'm on my bag. Nigga. I'm gonna just make a viral this on every bitch in the world. Y'all all got.
Now, in response to all of the bullshit, there's been some, shall we say, aggregation of profiles that are publicly available out on Instagram. And this, more than likely, is not from the T app itself, but from other people that are trying to gain traction.
So I guess what they're doing is they putting some of this shit on Instagram.
Yeah, they are.
Putting this shit on Instagram. Right. Yo. They putting that shit on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
See, T-App Philly. So I bet if I go T-App, but here's the thing though. If the T-App is putting this on there, somebody's doing that, it's like they can't get on the T-App and damn stop the shit. So really these chicks is stupid because it's like even if it wasn't a data breach, by putting this shit out here like this, if one of these dudes was fucking, which I doubt, if one of these dudes was fucking paying your bills, he ain't gonna do that shit no more.
Hell no, they fuck themselves.
You fucking yourselves. And then also then they know, okay, this chick here, it's 10 dudes. Be like, oh yeah, I know this chick. Oh shit, this chick going through the camp going through her ass, getting crack-a-dack-lack whacked on the mother. Anyway,
on social media, so they just put all these posts together. This one comes from a TApp_Philly, where they seem to find the most entertaining, for lack of a better word, maybe even worse versions, and put them out here for the entertainment. And if you look at some of these profiles, so this brother right here is getting put up on here saying not taking care of kids because he's cracking kids, with a link to his profile. They're saying true or false. So essentially they're accusing him of being a PDF file. And here's the anonymous posters underneath. Oh, I don't know what he did to you, sis, but I can change that. What's his at? That's crazy. I didn't even know he had kids. Laughing emoji. Oh my, OMG, he has kids. Oh wow. Ninjas be pedophiles is disgusting. I used to F with him. Ew, he just disgusting and real feminine to me. Don't open no banks with him. He will scam the bank and you. With a post from 6 hours ago saying, girl, he effed a 14-year-old and then burnt her. Oh my God, not my eater. And again, this is where it gets exceptionally dangerous for anonymous posting people to have allegations like this. And now due to this allegation and linking his profile, this better damn sure be true. If so, well then fuck him. He should be up under the jail. But I have a sneaking suspicion that this is made up. And if this impacts him, his gainful employment, how much money that he has the opportunity to make into the future, then he should absolutely sue for defamation. And to conclude, we've seen this young lady's face before. She goes by Denad1987 on TikTok. She shared a couple of her thoughts, and I wanted to review. So without further ado.
That was designed to expose men, but it's exposing y'all women. It's showing just how dirty and nasty the men that y'all have been dealing with are. Y'all get online with these high standards that you don't have in real life, which is what I always say. You can't believe what they're saying. You got to watch what they're doing. They can tell you all day what they won't do, but that app is showing you what they will do. Y'all are showing just how low vibrational the men that y'all have to pick from are. You can't sit up and say that you got all these options yet. These are the men that you're picking. The truth is that's all you got to pick from. You have a bunch of group of nasty, terrible men to choose from, and you're just trying to find the best out of the worst. But all of them are horrible. Everything that you have to choose from is horrible because of how you are as a woman.
Reflection of you.
And you carry yourself in a way that there's a very specific type of
that
man
you attract.
who would find you attractive.
Ain't shit attracts,
And
ain't
that
shit.
small group of men is who y'all are choosing from. And that's why y'all are sharing the same men. Because out of that small group of men that y'all are all picking from, y'all are trying to find the best looking one, the one who appear to seem like he got some money, even though he usually don't end up having no money. Y'all are all picking and filtering through that small group of disgusting, nasty pookies, right? And no matter what you get online and say about how you want rich men, you ain't even in proximity to rich men. Rich men don't even see you on their radar when you walk by, right? Because nothing about who you are and how you carry yourself would pick up on the radar of a man who got any class about himself, right? Only pookies find you desirable. And that's the reason why y'all are all sharing the same pookies. That's the reason why y'all all sharing the same pookies. It don't matter what y'all get on that app and expose regarding these men, how terrible they done treated you, what STDs they done gave you, how many babies they done had and left. There still will be a line of women ready to give that man a shot to see whether or not she can get better results than you got. So you can never really expose men because there's always going to be women who are willing to test it out for themselves and still see whether or not the stuff the previous women said is actually true.
Very astute observation. Shout out to this lovely young lady right over here. And that's where I'm going to leave the content here for today. I think I need to go live about this. I want to bring you guys up to be able to debate this shit. I even want to hear from some of the women that think that this app is a great value add. You know, I think that the net of it all is that this app can be constructed in a way to actually help protect women. There could be a male version of the app to protect the men as well. And in fact, I've always kind of joked up on here, there should be a Carfax or a Hofax rather report. But the issue is that it's constructed in a way to incentivize the bullshit. Again,
this nigga said Hofax.
It is. That's what it was called.
He said that was what it was called.
It
Hofax.
was called Hofax, bro.
Oh shit, nigga. That's crazy.
Man, look. They got to going on there and saying shit and got the asses exposed. Same thing with the groups that they got on like Facebook and other stuff. Are we dating the same people and everything else? It wound up exposing their asses.
So when the men's version, the men's was basically talking about the bitches, right?
Yep.
And the hoes were like, we can't have this shit.
Yep, that's why I got shut down within 24 hours of it being up.
Down that quick, like what did they start like?
Because it didn't have the facial recognition for the men, and it had men and women on there, and that's where they fucked up at. And that's where, So I was like, man, y'all some bitches for that type of shit. But I already see what the fuck y'all were doing in the first place with it. So,
I feel you. Well, we're gonna go. I'm gonna go ahead and take that off. We didn't heard what he got to say. It was clickbait because in his thumbnail that motherfucker said, I got exposed. No, the fuck you didn't, dude. That was clickbait like a motherfucker. Good thumbnail, goddammit. Good thumbnail, MTR. I gotta tell you, dude, that's a good fucking thumbnail. Watch this. Look at I'm gonna show you here. This was a good fucking thumbnail, dude. Look at this shit here, dude. I'll look at my watch history. Look at that thumbnail he put out. Exposed me. And made a goddamn made a goddamn thing look like he on that shit. You see that shit?
Right.
Check from my criminal history. Clickbait like
that ain't you.
Clickbait like I hate that clickbait shit. I gotta learn how to use that shit. Anyway, all right, folks. Hey, it's been good tonight, man. I think we got a lot to talk about as for this T app thing. Any closing comments, Dre?
Diversify your assets.
Exactly. Same thing. I repeat that. I second that motion. Also, man. Western modern mindset women. It is a wrap. It is a wrap. You might as well just go ahead and put it on up. I don't see how in the hell you're gonna recover from any of this shit. And y'all haven't recovered. Y'all ain't been getting. I mean, shit. Look at the first.
I don't recover from this. They're completely fucked. What you mean?
I know, right? Look at the amount of baby daddies y'all got. Look at the amount of kids y'all have out of wedlock. And y'all want to say, what about kids? It's already been proven 20%, 15 to 20% of the men are causing the issue. So that means what? Anywhere between 95 to 85%, well, 90 to 80. Yeah, 90. Yeah, well, excuse me, 85 and the 80% of the women are the ones that's fucking, causing the issue.
They're done for. That's over with. They ain't listened a long time ago, and this just lets you know how worse off that they are. Just to be completely honest, because they the ones that fucking did it. Time out. It's the T-App. It's like, man, y'all should have known better what the fuck that was up. But I mean, it's to be fucking expected. That's the reason why I'm laughing, because it's to be expected. Like, I would have expected that type of shit to happen, and it went exactly the way that it was supposed to. So for the
it did, right?
It sure the fuck did. I gotta laugh.
And folks,
oh shit. That's too fucking funny, dog. That shit backfired on y'all doing fucking asses, cause y'all
backfire.
That's the reason why I keep my ass out of shit and why I stick to crypto. You got me fucked up. That's funny.
That shit's terrible, ain't it? That shit's fucking terrible.
Man, it's fucking hilarious what the fuck it is.
Yeah,
it ain't terrible is what the fuck they get shit.
Really
well.
It really fucking is, dog.
They did it shit.
But yeah, folks, it's no other way to end it. I can't end it no better than that. But so anyway, we'll holler at y'all next 3-man podcast moment.
Next time,
3-man podcast channel.
Thank y'all for showing up. Y'all have a good night.